system.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the 26th edition of the Losers Lounge podcast. I'm Christian freaking Maracle. It is great to be here once again, and I am here with my fellow losers. First off, please welcome the heelest of ballers.
What's up, dudes? It's great back on the greatest podcast of all time, the Losers Lounge.
Hell yeah,
Glad to
man.
be back.
Now, please welcome KELSEY at Flair Section.
What's up? It's good to be back. I'm so excited.
It was a great weekend. And please welcome, he was originally not scheduled to be here, but he showed up anyway. Please welcome, back from Phoenix, Arizona, the Double R, Reister Ryan.
What's up, everyone? So, it's good to be back home. Had a good time in Phoenix. So, yeah, Rumble was awesome. TakeOver, everything was awesome. So, yeah, glad to be back on here with the lounge and all the other guests. So, yeah, let's rock and roll.
That is true. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple of returning guests and a couple of new guests. First off, returning here, please welcome back Amanda Tackett.
Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you guys so much for letting me be back, and let's rock it.
All right. Now, please welcome back the guy who pretty much stole the show last week, Stephen Black.
I'm back. But seriously, though, thank you guys so much for having me back. I very much appreciate the compliment, and I am glad to be back here for the Royal Rumble review.
And, of course, the NXT. Don't forget about that. But
I haven't forgot.
Obviously. Now, please welcome, making his first appearance here on the podcast. Please welcome our good friend, Andrew.
Yo, what's up? It's the first time on the podcast, and I'm excited.
Excellent. I was live with him a couple days ago or something like that, and I hit him. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting special guest here. This is somebody who we've been trying to get on the podcast for a while. We just haven't gotten to it, but we finally did. Please welcome one of the recipients of the 2017 Optimistically Member of the Year, and the only person to be a 3-time Optimistic Award winner, Adam's Wrestling Show.
I really hope you know I was going to make a whole arrogant speech about me being the only 3-time winner, one of the Optimistic members, and stealing the video at Infinity War Part 1, but I guess not. But thank you for having me on today. I'm pretty excited. I think it's about time I'm here with the lounge and talking about some good old wrestling.
Good old wrestling. I like it.
Well said, dude.
Well said.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're here to discuss and review both NXT TakeOver Phoenix and the Royal Rumble. But don't worry, this time we're not going to go 4 hours.
We're going to go 5.
If you sat through that podcast last week, you have guts, folks.
Last 4 hours. I'm trying.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, let's
we
get
all
right
sit
to
through
it.
a current Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, that's true.
That's 3 hours, though. We sat through a 4-hour show with the Rumbles, so.
That is true. Look at Ryan. He went through like an entire weekend and even after that. Here's the thing. Ryan, like you posted a photo of you pointing to WrestleMania sign. My question is, are you actually going to WrestleMania, though?
Honestly, no. But basically, Leo asked what title I was going to go after. And I said I was going to go after the Losers Lounge Championship.
Ooh.
Bring it on.
I should really create a title for that, shouldn't I?
You should.
Yep.
You should. I'll be the
I'm pointing my way to that title.
All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Also, shout
Adam,
out
you want
to
to don the
whoever
wrestling?
commented.
You want to don the referee costume?
That would be better.
Okay, Ryan, you were
shout
saying?
out to whoever commented. Someone commented this podcast was longer than WrestleMania itself or something like that. So, yeah, definitely. Shout out to that comment. I love that.
Well, that's a good comment. However, that previous podcast was 4 hours, not 5.
We'll say that for a
That's
later.
all right, though. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to it. We're going to discuss and review NXT TakeOver Phoenix first before we get to the Royal Rumble. Just so we can get right through, I'm going to ask each one of these people here what they thought of each of the matches. And each one of us will have a turn to talk about our thoughts about it. So let's get started. First off, we kick things off with the NXT Tag Team Championship as the Undisputed Era took on the War Raiders. And The winners of the match were our new NXT Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders. A pretty good match.
I knew it.
That was
I kinda
honestly a
called
good
it.
opening match.
All right, well, let's get things started. Let's actually start off with the heelest of Balor, since he's the biggest undisputed mark around here.
You know it.
So go ahead and give us your thoughts on this tag team title match.
Oh God, it was great, man. Lots of action, lots of back and forth moves, man. Man, it was incredible. Let me tell you. The winners, I'm okay with the War Raiders winning. I think to me, it's person for them, but they're gonna prolong this feud and into the next takeover. And overall, it was a fun match. I enjoyed it.
Excellent. Double R Wrestler Ryan, who was at ringside for this occasion, what did you think of the tag team title match?
I thought it was very good. I was kind of expecting Ono and Riddle to start off the event, but this was honestly a very good match. I thought the War Raiders had a really awesome entrance, and I marked out when Kyle O'Reilly was air rocking that belt. But
Hell yeah!
Honestly, I'm definitely fine with the War Raiders winning, but the Undisputed Era, they really took it to them, and this was without a doubt. I mean, any takeover tag team match is without a doubt at least 4 stars.
It's always good to think about
And
that.
this was good. This was very good.
Kelsey, your thoughts on the tag team title match?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. I honestly feeling that part of me was like, okay, Undisputed Era is gonna retain. And then when the War Raiders won, I was so happy because they're a really great tag team. Like, Undisputed Era is great too, but like, I honestly thought, I think it's time for a new champ. So I'm happy they won, and they killed it. So
They really did well. Let's start off with our guests here. First off, let's try Adam's Wrestling Show. Adam, what'd you think of the tag team title match?
To be honest, I really never saw the War Raiders wrestle before this match, and I was really impressed with what I was seeing. I like what I'm seeing. They're great tag teams. They weren't just kind of this tag team with 2 big guys you got going, and no one could take them down. Nothing. They're able to take moves, unlike, per se, Braun Strowman in a situation. And I really enjoyed the cartwheel spots. Lots of the kicks they're doing, even their finisher, just all in general impressive. The Undisputed Era had a great comeback in the fight too with their great moves and whatnot. I really enjoyed that match. I somewhat called it match of the night because it was really fast paced. Honestly, there was no breaks in this match. They were kind of just cutting to the point of what they need to do next in the match, and I really appreciated that. So it was a great match to me. Really enjoyed it.
That's a really
Well
good.
said.
That's a really well said. Well done for your first
Thank
appearance here. Now for our other
Very
new
good.
new guest, Andrew, your thoughts on the tag team title match?
Oh, I thought it was awesome because I've been watching the War Raiders ever since like the Ring of Honor days, and I know I love Undisputed Era, but it was time for them to give up the belts. So I think it's War Raiders time. But overall, it was a great match. I really enjoyed the fast-paced action. There was no, like Adam said, there's no breaks during the match. So, yeah, the ending was fantastic too.
Amazing. It was amazing indeed. Amanda, your thoughts?
My first thought was when the War Raiders met your entrance, I'm like, okay, this is freaking awesome. And number one, also the energy was quick paced. It was very, hey, let's just give them a good match and just go boom, boom, boom. It wasn't like, hey, let's stop for 5 minutes and they were actually telling a story. They were giving the audience kind of going, oh crap, we're expecting, it was kind of that 50 where you're just like, I really want Undisputed Era to win, and then I also wanted War Raiders to kind of see what they can do, and I was not let down. I felt like that match kind of connected was kind of like British Strong. Sorry if I botched the name. Mustache Mountain and Zach Gibson and James Drake at Blackpool.
Oh wow!
But because it was that technical style meets that big guy perspective, and Warrior strength. Damn, buddy, you can. They hit like a truck, and if you get hit, you're just like, okay, I'm done. And also their tag team finisher, Yes, ma'am.
Podcast. I
Damn.
can't
That
not
thing's
interrupt me,
good.
but can you make me
What was
the cinnamon things, please, when you're done?
Something
My
cinnamon?
rolls.
Cinnamon things? Mmm.
Yeah.
I want
Something.
cinnamon.
And
So, you guys, sorry to interrupt though.
It's all good.
It's all good.
All of a sudden, I have
Wait,
a craving.
can you guys hear me like in perfect volume from there?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I have a craving for
so my
cinnamon
AirPods
buns
have a
now.
Microphone on them. My AirPods have
And-
a microphone. Okay, that's bad.
And another thing, I thought Bobby was actually going to interfere. I'm like, hey, he did. Which was awesome. I'm like, they gave him a clean win. I'm like, okay, this is fun.
All right.
Good job.
And of
4 to 5
course,
for me.
here we go, folks. Steven, your thoughts?
Oh, boy.
Grab the popcorn.
And here we go.
All right, Steven, your thoughts on the NXT Tag Team Title match?
Okay. First of all, I do have to say the War Raiders entrance. Holy Mother of God! I love their entrance. Actually, a very interesting factoid. Aaron Logan was actually one of the Vikings up there, which actually highly intrigued me. I found out about this after TakeOver was over. But the entrance is awesome. Warriors, I've got experience from them in ROH. They were extremely good here tonight. I love the hard-hitting action. It was fast-paced from start to finish. I admittedly am a little bit heartbroken that the Undisputed Era lost because I did not think it was the War Raiders' time for them to take the titles. But I've got absolutely zero complaints about other than I've got about zero complaints from the War Raiders taking the titles. They're extremely hard-hitting. They could sell like nobody's business, especially for being big men. I mean, and they were chucking O'Reilly and Strong across the ring all night long. I'll give full credit to the Undisputed Era for trying to chop the two big men down. But sadly, you know what? It simply wasn't enough. It simply wasn't enough. The Warriors did end up taking the victory. And I give massive credit to one particular person in that match, and that's Hanson, because good lord, that guy can move.
Do you
at times, literally what I saw, it's like the guy's got the agility of a freaking cruiserweight. The guy can move amazingly. And honestly, when they hit the fallout, I was literally screaming in my head, break it up, break it up, break it up, break it up, break it up. And then when I won, I was like, you know what? I'm a little bit sad the era lost, but you know what? I'm happy for the War Raiders. The War Raiders did it, and I think we're going to have a rematch at New York. I don't think this feud is done yet.
Oh, definitely, of course not. And, of course, like I said before, the one thing I was amazed for is Hanson and his cartwheeling out of everything. Especially he cartwheeled out of, like, high and low. Like, I'm like, for a guy his size, like,
Yeah, but I guess we can say that match shocked our systems.
Yeah.
It did.
Bye. Get out of here.
Get out of here, kid.
Come on. Come on.
War,
All right.
War.
Joe. All right, folks, we're going to move on to the next match that took place, and that was where Matt Riddle defeated Cassius. Oh, no. The one thing I got to say, the one thing I got to say about this match. Okay, can people stop saying bro?
No.
Anyway. Focus.
That's the only thing this match will be remembered for is toe sucking. What the heck?
The one thing that I can remember, pretty much the only thing I really say about this match is, oh no. Because that's literally what I said. That's literally what I said when the fact that Cassius Ohno tapped out to punches. Tapped out to punches, not a submission hold.
Yeah, that was really kind of. It was a little weird, because I was expecting like at least tap out to the bro mission, but I mean, I guess it's somewhat of a different finish.
Can we say that? Can we say that the credibility of Cassius? Can we really say that the credibility of Cassius Ohno is dead now?
What credibility?
Oh,
Probably all of his teeth just knocked out. Wow.
That's kind of bold to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Willie, your thoughts on Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno?
It was okay for what it was.
It was only 9 minutes.
Very, very physical match. Very physical match, let me tell you. Those guys are hard hitting in the ring. Oh my god, it was fun. The match ending on like basically him tapping out by being punched in the face continuously. I thought it was pretty creative. I thought he would end with the bro mission, as Ryan said, but yeah, it ended like it did. It ended, so I have no problem with it. It was a pretty good match,
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Kelsey, your thoughts?
It was a really good match. Like, both men, like, gave their all. And honestly,
Oh yeah, they did.
I honestly didn't see just winning because, honestly, I don't know. I just feel so bad for him because he's been treated so bad. Like, I don't know. But other than that, the match was really good, and I loved it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Amanda, your thoughts?
For the love of God, let Matt Riddle wear some shoes.
Especially since
prefers not to, actually.
Especially
Wear like
since
tape or something.
hold up a sec. Yeah, Amanda picks up a good point because I'm like, Cassius stomped on Matt's foot at one point and tried to smush it with his own foot. I'm like, that's why you wear friggin' boots.
And another thing, they just need to get. I agree. This match. I'm gonna piggyback off of Willie here and say this match was hard hitting. It was it was very like technical, like in terms of like strike base offense. But you had the two guys who can actually make it work. You had and you also had Riddle, who's right now being the hottest thing in the world, striking the iron pot, but also please, oh my God, let Matt Riddle move on to this feud, please. Let him go face North American title, or let him face Ciampa and have some fun with that and see what other people he can strike magic with. And I think another person who went on record about this one is actually Jimmy Havoc. Posted something about like saying you feel bad wearing not wearing shoes. He actually said you feel like he said something about the lines of I feel like it's not familiar. Like he posted a picture of the his spot with Riddle, and I'm like, oh yeah, that seems pretty much dead on. And it was it just the way that the match was telling, it was fun.
Yeah,
I had a good time. It was 3 out of 5 for me. I'm not gonna. It was that good. I was just like, okay, this is fun.
Yep. All right. And now, Andrew, your thoughts on Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno?
That was a pretty good match. It wasn't the best, but for the love of God, why did Cassius Ohno bit Matt Riddle's toes, which I thought was disgusting. But
hey, Michael Cole did that same thing with Jerry Lawler.
We don't remember that rivalry.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
you guys don't remember that.
anyway,
The Heels of Valor has no memory of that.
All right, Andrew, you were saying?
I think the reason why Cassius Ohno tapped out the punch is because he was I think he was legitimately out from that back suplex that Matt Riddle hit on Cassius Ohno, caused him to tap out prematurely.
Yeah, he was also tapping out even after the match was over.
Tapping out the match was over, so I think there was something wrong there. But other than that, it was a pretty good hard hitting match. I said probably like a 3 out of 5.
All right, not bad.
That's what I gave it.
Yeah, Adam, your thoughts on Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno?
So I don't think really anybody expected something big from it. Really came too big out other than the hard hitting factor and just the whole toe running gag. Like, oh, he's biting his toes. But the more bad part about this is like Cassius Ohno became like the new old Andrade in NXT, starting to show welcoming the new talents into the company, and just actually getting buried on every single takeover, taking up a spot of the card, introducing this new guy on here, and just getting absolutely destroyed by him in a match. So I really hope that he can pull off what Andrade did, came back with a new manager or something, and was able to become NXT champion. And I just really hope that happens because Cassius Ohno is a great wrestler. But, they just kind of can't. They always seem to fumble the ball with what direction they want to send them in. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
I
Yeah, you never know
understand
what
that.
Triple
Good
H's
point.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can really
Yeah.
understand that. Hoping that things go better for that. And Steven, your
Yeah.
thoughts?
All right. So, in terms of Riddle versus Ono, I thought it was a extremely hard-hitting encounter. I was actually a pretty big fan of how the match went. Matt Riddle, my boy, put some shoes on, and you won't get your foot stomped on next time. Also, I'm just gonna say right now, Ono biting Riddle's foot, I damn near threw up when I saw that.
Me
'Cause
too.
I'm like, "No!"
If you nearly threw up because of that, then how did you react when Michael Cole revealed his foot in 2011?
Oh my god. Bruh. Oh my god.
I have no memory of that.
Christian, I don't talk about that match for a reason because I have no memory of that. But regardless,
Mike has no memory of
Reed
that.
has no memory.
Lucky you. All right, go ahead.
yeah, like very hard hitting encounter. I did actually think that Matt was going to end the submitting catches to the promotion, but honestly, after that back suplex, I saw the look of catches in his eyes, whether he was legitimately knocked out or whether he was just selling really well. He had this look in his eyes, it's like, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of here. So when Riddle literally just grabbed him and started elbowing him over and over and over, Cash just literally just tapped her. He's like, nope, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Riddle continues to look dominant. I do honestly wish they would give Cassius a little bit more credit and a little bit more, I don't know, how wins here.
Yeah, this is like
but
what?
in terms of it, I can't complain. I can't complain about Cassius because he is well new guys into the company. The thing about it is the reason he's put in that spot is because NXT can rely on him to put on a good match with a new superstar, which I think is huge props to Cassius Ohno himself. So I do hope that Cassius wins in the future, but Matt Riddle continues to look hot. I'll kind of split it down in the middle. 3 out of 5 for me. Keep it going, Matt Riddle.
All right. As for me,
Well said,
of course,
said.
you know me. I'm a
Bro.
guy who ever since Matt Riddle showed up, I've absolutely hated the word bro because of the way he says it. He sounds like as if he's always high. I swear he's high.
I swear
Bro.
he's on crack or something.
He used to do that back in the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, moving on to the next match. This is one everybody wants to talk about. Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American title.
That's the freaking
Yes.
night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Holy gosh.
Oh my god!
Goodness.
If you were there live in person, oh my gosh, the reactions, like you literally felt that match.
Now you know how me and Long Neck Josh felt when we watched Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas at Philadelphia.
That was such a wonderful
Go.
match.
Yep. All right. Let's see, Steven, we'll actually start with you this time.
Thank God.
Oh, boy.
Thank God.
Oh boy.
Okay, so first of all, Ricochet versus Gargano. I'm literally already going to say it. I'm harking back to a point I made in the last podcast. This match, 5-star classic for me. Ricochet and Gargano are 2 of the best competitors in the world, and they delivered on everything that I expected them to do. And all I can say, the ending to that match, picture perfect. Johnny Gargano spiking Ricochet on the exposed concrete with a brainbuster before absolutely leveling him with that DDT. I thought that was the perfect end to the match. Ricochet and Gargano put on a technical masterpiece. High-flying moves from Ricochet. The technical prowess of Johnny Gargano. The fact that Ricochet used Gargano's own signature move to try and beat him was amazing storytelling. I actually like the fact earlier in the match where Gargano flipped the mats at the first time, and he's like, you could really see the hints of Johnny going to the dark side and being like Tommaso
His
Ciampa.
wheels turning.
You saw the wheels turning. I like the fact that he fought off the first time, but eventually later on in the match, when just time after time after time, he could not put Ricochet away, he finally snapped and he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I gotta do this. He spiked Ricochet, finished him off. Gargano is the new North American champion. And we'll talk more about what that means a little bit later on. But other than that, fantastic match, fantastic storytelling. Gargano, well done. You got the win and you got the championship. Welcome to 2019.
Yep. That was really
Well said.
done
Right
indeed.
on.
Adam, your turn. What'd you think?
Beautiful artwork of wrestling. I honestly thought that Ricochet definitely had more of the offense there. I feel that if this were to be the face version of Johnny Gargano, that we would have got more of a 50-50 battle. Don't get me wrong, there is a 50-50 battle, but Ricochet kind of was doing more moves at the beginning, whatnot. And I just love the whole beginning scene, really, the match where they're trying to do moves to each other. Oh, what happened? Cartwheel reverse. Oh, a flipping reverse. And then what they do is like top rope on Frankensteiner. They do it in midair, and then they actually just like are able to land it. Like Ricochet's able to land it. They pulled on an Ospreay Ibushi right there. It was awesome. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. When the mat was flipped up, we had the brain buster, which is already a painful move enough to watch. We got to watch this guy risk a broken neck or a major concussion, which was more awesome. Added so much of a factor to this match, and these guys just no wrestling, work of art, and I love what I was seeing out there. So I'm really happy that Gargano finally has a single championship run right now in NXT. It's long more than due, and the heel DIY at the end, I love to see. So
we'll talk more about we'll definitely talk more about the heel DIY when we get to the end of the takeover, because that was a really cool moment. But yeah, your thoughts on the match was very awesome. It's great to have you on the podcast with us. It's been long overdue.
It really has.
Yep, but it's good that you're here now. Let's go to Andrew. Your thoughts on the North American title match?
First of all, it was 5-star classic. The spot where Ricochet took that brainbuster on the concrete made me like look away for a second because it was just so brutal to watch. And then at the end, Johnny Gargano said, "I win," and then hit that spike DDT or springboard or what you call it, DDT to match. So it was kind of taking a page out of Tommaso Ciampa's book to win, which I really liked.
You see, you listen to Tommaso and you win your gold. And for me, the match was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed every last moment that happened, because I knew from the very beginning that going into this we were gonna have a really fun time, and I was not disappointed. I myself, you guys know me, I don't like Johnny Gargano whatsoever, but even I'm not a cruel person. Even I gave him his props.
Yeah, the energy in the arena, you could feel it just after that bell rung. It just everyone's cheering like, yes, we finally get this tree match.
Yep. All right. And Amanda, your thoughts?
Okay, Johnny Gargano, Ricochet. Holy hell, this match! This thing was high-paced action. You had the Frankensteiner. You had the spike DDT, and the line of "You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain." Basically, this is Johnny Gargano. It's basically that whole line from Dark Knight come to life. And the comic, what I loved as a comic book fan, I loved the looks. I love the Miles Morales looks. I love the Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix, and that was perfect. And that's just coming from an aesthetic point of view. This match had such good storytelling. You had Gargano giving everything he's had, and you had Ricochet going, "Come on, I'll match you. I will." And at the end of the day, Gargano had to dig deep and actually say the rule for a minute and actually just go that place where I don't think he's been before, and you could see it on his face, and everything else is really telling. And it's just like, okay, he's actually kind of. And also, for one other thing, do you think Tommaso pays rent in that head because he lives in Johnny Gargano's head that long?
Wouldn't be surprised.
How much do you think rent is? Seriously. And this match is so freaking awesome.
All right.
A technical clinic, fun match, 5 stars, easy.
Not bad indeed. Kelsey, your thoughts?
Match of the night, bro. Like, oh my God. I swear. Like Johnny and Ricochet, like literally stole the entire show. Like there were some spots in the match. I was like, holy shit! I was literally like on the edge of my seat. It was so good. Like I definitely think it was match of the night, in my opinion. Like they killed it, and I was so happy when I started. No, I'm not even lying. I started crying. I was like, Johnny finally won a title. Well, I know he's won titles before too, but he finally won a singles title, and he finally he's starting to win stuff. I was so happy.
It only took all the takeovers.
Yeah, but it was a great, hard hitting, fantastic, and I loved it. I'm gonna watch it like a million more times in my life.
It was a great match indeed. Ryan, your thoughts of being ringside for this classic?
Look,
Oh my god. If you saw my vlog, my reactions kind of say it all. But the whole, really, to witness that match was absolutely amazing. And hearing the crowd environment, like they were from start to finish, they were into this match. The spots were incredible. You know, there's just like, honestly, like you say 1,000 words about this match. Incredible, fantastic. But these two, really, this was without question. And I believe I said on Twitter, without doubt, match of the year. And so I give props to both these two. Especially all the high flying action they did. And especially the one part where I think it was Johnny that DDT Ricochet on the mat, on that concrete. And I was happy Johnny won. I think it was very well earned, very well deserved, and pretty much I give props to Ricochet too. He did amazing, but these two they show why they're the best. They are the best on the NXT roster, and you know they got a great future ahead of them. So props to those two. So I was happy to be there to witness that match live in person, without a doubt, 5-star match.
All right.
Maybe even above that.
And while you're here, go subscribe to Rise to Rise channel as well, so you can go see his reactions to everything you witnessed over the weekend. And it's just great that you had a fun time. And finally, the Heelist of Balor's. What did you think of this match?
5-star classic, dude. Holy shit. I was so invested in this match. The spots, like, oh my god, my favorite spot was the Hurricane Rana spot where Ricochet landed on his feet. Basically copied Ibushi and Will Ospreay did. Oh my god. And the look on Gargano's face was really my reaction. I was like, holy shit. But other than that, man, it was very, very, very fast-paced match. The spots were great. And Gargano had to go to the dark side, of course, you know, and he did deep. Oh my god.
It was just great.
Oh my god. Words cannot describe.
That's understandable. I mean, think about this. When was the last time at a WWE event that you heard the crowd chanting both these guys?
Oh my god.
Exactly.
I know, right? Never.
When was the last time we heard Fight Forever?
Well, tag team title match, but yeah.
A few times.
Yeah.
We heard it many times in the NXT days. I think I first heard that chant.
Quite a bit.
I think I first heard that chant when Sami Zayn took on Shinsuke Nakamura at Dallas.
Seth's underrated, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to another title match. The NXT Women's Championship as Shayna Baszler defeated Bianca Belair and ended the undefeated streak.
I can't wait to talk about this. I can't wait to talk about this.
Man.
Well, you can't wait. Adam says he can't wait. He can't wait to talk about it. Well, Adam, you're going first then.
Well, my take on the match was it was pretty okay. I like seeing the fight from Bianca Belair after she was basically choked out and she was still able to stand up, which not most people can do against Shayna because Shayna Baszler, because she always chokes people out whenever she gets a hold in. She just resist in that match, and I appreciate it. The crowd was really invested to it. But here's my intake. The reason I don't really like Shayna Baszler is because it's one of those gimmicks, once again, where it's like, I'm such an MMA master. If you're so good at MMA, why are you wasting your time in sports entertainment, okay?
Go off, dude.
Why are you wasting precious time. Why would you get years of training to get slapped in the face when half of the moves you're taking are just not going to connect to your face? Why?
Here's the other.
I just really hate these gimmicks that are just like, oh, I'm so good at MMA. Look at me. I can whoop up anyone. Well, you're in the wrong sport here. Go to MMA.
Ronda.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Somewhere the other Adam is right now going, yes, finally.
Like, I can't wait till they get the title off her. It's just simple. Like, I don't think she's too bad at wrestling. It's just the fact that you're an MMA background. Stay in your territory. Don't cross over here.
Stay in your lane.
Well said, dude.
Well said,
Thank
Adam.
you.
Here's the thing. Here's my take on that, though. Like, Adam has good points. My problem with Shayna Baszler is, she has the ability to destroy all her opponents, and yet she has to resort to getting help from the Four Horsewomen.
Exactly.
That ruins
Yeah.
ruins her credibility.
Oh yeah, those two are as green grass, and they suck. I don't care who comes on here and says that they suck. They're terrible.
Here on the Losers Lounge, we don't. Here on the Losers Lounge, we don't give a crap.
And her little lackey, I can't remember her name. She cannot.
They had a
Shafir.
match on NXT last night.
Shafir. Yes, they are both
They
green.
had a match last night against, I think it was Io Shirai and Kairi Sane.
Not even them can help them.
I know
They're so
you're
green.
not going to like this, but you can't wrestle.
You can't
Hey.
wrestle.
Hey, it's an opinion. If they don't like your opinion, they can fuck off.
Exactly. Here on the Losers Lounge, we don't give a crap if people disagree with us.
No, we don't.
And also, I thought the match was actually pretty fun. Yeah, that's the thing. And but yeah, Shayna Baszler, Jesus, use your brutality. Use
The MMA background.
the MMA background. Use it. Don't just be a standard typical chicken.
The typical
heel.
UFC like chicken shit
Heel.
heel that always has
exactly.
outside interference. It gets to me, man. It really gets to me.
Okay, the one thing I did cringe on was as a girl with long hair, I felt sorry. I'm like, ow, okay. Why would you use her like when Shane had her wrapped around using her hair? That was, I'm like, oh, brutal. Yeah,
Okay, I don't have long hair.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
my hair used to be as long as Bianca's.
I was laughing at the hair stuff because it's like, okay, this hold really can't take her out. Oh my God, the hair! She's gonna choke out. Like, I thought that was gold. That was funny.
That's not okay. And did anybody else think that would be the finish on saying choke her out using her own hair?
Okay, I think
Putting
that-
a Carol Fuda clutch on her, like with her hair wrapped
All
around.
right. Yeah, hate to remember, we got so many people talking at once. Meanwhile, Andrew, Steven, and Ryan are sitting around like, okay, we're still here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Christian, make no mistake. I'm kind of fine with them doing this. They have their opinions. I'll get mine when I'm ready.
Oh yeah, sure. That's all right. I'm just trying to make sure this one doesn't go as long as it did the last time.
Yeah, I kind of put it off the rails.
It's all right though. You got it.
I think I said I was going to say.
But I agree. Oh, pretty much. I got many opinions already. That was quick. But I will say I agree with you guys. For Shayna Baszler, use your abilities, not your bitches.
Let's get down to the new shirt.
Those bitches can't wrestle.
Ryan, your thoughts on the match, though?
Man, I thought it was pretty good. I'm gonna actually ask y'all something. I can't remember what exactly this. I think this may have been on the pre-show before TakeOver started. But how many of y'all heard about Sam Roberts basically saying that Bianca Belair is not my TakeOver material?
Started. That dude's a racist.
As a fellow black person, yeah, fuck him.
I just simply say.
Anyway,
moving on.
Yeah,
okay, were you gonna say something?
What I usually say about Sam Roberts anyway, I'm like, just do your job, be a journalist, and just shut up.
I enjoy his podcast, but he's such a tool.
Yeah.
He is such
Yeah, he's a
tool.
good he's a good podcaster, without a doubt.
His
But
podcasts are fun.
anyway.
Not as best as Delusional though.
But yeah, Ryan, you were saying?
We blame it on the water.
So anyway, overall, I thought this was a pretty good match. I think I did see Bianca's parents on the other side, which was really cool to see. And I really thought for a second Bianca Belair was actually going to win this. I thought she was going to win, but
That's why I said up that one, but
but kind of knowing that the other two horsewomen, whatever they want to call them, I knew they were going to come out.
I think even the Ho women, Ryan.
Where's women?
No.
Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, I knew they were going to interfere and help Shayna, and pretty much that was basically it. So yeah, but overall, I thought it was a pretty good match. I think this was basically a match to kind of get Bianca Belair started, because I think is this her first takeover match or something?
It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that was basically kind of like an intro to get her started for the takeover, but I think probably she'll get another show. I'm not sure. But
I'm pretty sure,
overall,
yeah.
great match.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that will be the case. Steven, your thoughts on the match?
All right, now I can give my thoughts on the match. First of all, my thoughts on the match is these two absolutely did beat the living piss out of each other. I was actually very pleased with this match. Granted, the Four Horsemen did get involved, which I'm not surprised at all. And honestly, I'm gonna piggyback off something that Willie said. Shafir and Duke, you gals are green as grass. You can't wrestle. I'm sorry to say that I hate saying that about anybody, but as far as I'm concerned, the match was great. Bianca did actually have a lot of fight. She did end up fighting off most of the Four Horsewomen on her own, which I applaud. But ultimately, Shayna's work on the arm of Bella probably took a lot of the fight out of her, because you could tell Bianca was selling really well in that match, because her arm.
She was.
Dude,
I
honestly,
completely agree.
dude, the joint manipulation that Shayna was doing Bianca was spot on for what Shayna's character should be. She was absolutely destroying Bianca, and granted, yeah, like I said, Bianca had a lot of fight, but what I said in the last podcast came true. Shayna put on the cure for the clutch, and ultimately Bianca, I brought you a pillow because you went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, your thoughts?
I thought it was a really good match. And when we go back to Ciampa and Ricochet, or Gargano and Ricochet, that match should have made the show. That's just my opinion. And but the fact that let me go back to Sam Roberts for a second. Yeah, that dude's a freaking racist. And I actually laughed at what Belair said to him after the show, saying that you can kiss my ass or something like that. And I was laughing my ass off. Yeah, but Belair was selling really good in that match. I actually thought she was going to win. I was actually hoping she would win. But Shane, like everybody else said, Shayna doesn't need her to win. If you have such a good MMA background, why do you need the Four Horsewomen to back you up in your matches? Like, be yourself. Like, be the dangerous MMA fighter you say you are.
Hell, when Shayna Baszler first won the NXT Women's title from Ember Moon at New Orleans last year, she was alone and she did it by herself, and it was believable.
It was.
And we gave major props to Ember Moon because, she fought until the very end.
Yep.
Even when she passed out, she was still fighting to get out. But yeah, this goes back to show that Shayna went from that to this.
Why?
That's the best way of putting it.
That's my question. Just why?
Yep.
I'm asking that. I'm asking that question later on.
Oh, okay.
I know what she's talking about.
I think I know what she's talking about too.
Anyway, who hasn't shared their thoughts yet?
Hello.
All right, Kelsey.
We can't forget about her.
I'm
Sorry.
The match was, the match was all right. Like, it wasn't the best, honestly. But, I mean, they both did amazing, but, like, it wasn't, like, the best match, you know? I honestly, I kind of wanted Bianca to win because that would have been, like, because, I don't know, she was undefeated, and it kind of just sucks that the Four Horsewomen got involved because they could never just let Shayna win by herself. They have to help her win, which is annoying. But, like I said, the match was all right. I just wasn't the best, honestly, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
Right after the classic we witnessed with Gargano and Ricochet, it's not surprising that the next match was simply okay.
for real.
Yeah.
Another thing, the crowd was dead after the Gargano Ricochet match. Like they
Trying to
were
get
not.
energy back.
Reminds me of a match we're going to talk about later with the Royal Rumble.
Definitely.
Yeah, the match I thought was going to be 5 stars.
Yes.
They know what I'm talking about. We'll get to him
You
again.
did.
Yeah.
Did.
All right, who's left? Who's left for this match?
Doug's did.
I guess we're good.
We're good? All right.
Move on.
Let's go to the main event.
Excuse me.
The main event, it was for the NXT title as Tommaso Ciampa defeated Aleister Black to retain the title in a pretty good match. It was really good. Yep. Let's start off with the heelest of Balor's.
It was pretty good for what it was. After that little lackluster match that we got with Bianca and Shayna, this match was very, very brutal. There was times where I was like, okay, Aleister's probably going to win. Which I wouldn't have minded if Aleister would have won, because at this point, Ciampa, you know, he's doing great as NXT champion. But, you know, I think yeah. But overall, it was a pretty good match. The predictable winner came out, you know, Ciampa retained, and what we got afterwards is something that Steven called last week. I was like, dude, it's freaking happening. So, but yeah, it was a pretty good match for what it was. I enjoyed it.
I hate when. Goddamn, I hate Steven.
Yep. Kelsey, your thoughts on the main event?
It was pretty good. Honestly, I didn't expect Ciampa to lose. I mean, obviously, he's been on this like streak, like, you know, he's been like dominating and stuff. So I knew he wasn't gonna lose, but I'm okay with it because he's gonna do great. The match was good. I don't really have much to say about it, but
Yeah,
I like the ending after Ciampa won, like retained, like when Johnny came out and like they both held their titles up. I was like, oh my god, DIY! Oh my god, I was
Mark out moment.
Heck yeah, I did.
Definitely.
Like, hell yeah, DIY! Back together! Oh wait, I mean,
He wasn't even looking.
Yeah.
Y'all know what he was looking at.
DIY, like, yes, I agree.
Yes.
Ryan, your thoughts on the main event?
I thought overall it was a pretty good match. I probably would say it was predictable, but without doubt, the match delivered. And like Kelsey said, the ending part where Gargano and Ciampa were holding the belts up in the air, I thought that was a really cool moment. And we saw Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, Ricochet, and
Bye.
all them guys, like, you know, they started, they didn't really start fighting, but they started pushing and everything, which really made it really cool. I thought that was a really cool ending to TakeOver. So
Heck yeah,
overall,
dude.
the match was good, and yeah, so we got ourselves a little 6-man tag match next Sunday.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Should be fun.
Adam, your thoughts on the main event?
It really kind of reminded me of a Shinsuke and Bobby match when they would do their main events and TakeOver. How it would just be a little bit slow at the beginning. It took a while for them to pick the pace up, but the last 15 minutes, like the second half of the match, was a real big match delivered, and that's what they did. At the beginning, it was a little slow to keep up with, and then they started brawling each other, everything going on. The finish was incredible to the match. I was amazed. We also saw Aleister Black one right there, and I just loved it when he went to reach for the arm and Tommaso rolled over in this kind, so he couldn't pin him. I just thought that was such a wonderful strategy. I just loved watching that for some reason. I really don't know why. And then he goes for the second attempt. We see Tommaso, and he just absolutely. He doesn't kick out again. I'm pretty sure Alistair kicked out one time, but Tommaso silenced him, and it was a great match for me. I loved how the finish went. The heel DIY possibly holding up those titles, that was an epic moment. And possibly Alistair waving goodbye. I saw Twitter videos of Alistair kind of signaling, like waving. So maybe after the Super Bowl, I really hope he doesn't go yet. I think he has just a little bit more time down there.
Yeah.
I call him up after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew, your thoughts on the match?
I love the ending of the match where Tommaso Ciampa just hit 3 of his finishers in a row to make sure he finished off Alistair. And like Adam said, the spot where he just rolled over after getting hit with the black mass strategy. I don't know why other wrestlers don't use that strategy.
They're probably dead.
Yeah.
But the ending was awesome too. But as I noticed when Johnny Gargano was walking out, he wasn't looking at Ciampa, he was looking at the NXT title. So it's clear what Johnny Gargano wants. So, like Willie said a few weeks ago, he told me, he's like, Gargano's just playing Ciampa. He's playing Ciampa to get what he really wants.
I clearly said that.
I see that.
He's playing him.
Yeah, I can definitely
Didn't
see that
recognize
happening at the next takeover.
Match overall, I think was about 3.75 out of 5.
All right. Not bad. I understand that very much. It was a really good ending to the takeover. Amanda, your thoughts?
My thoughts was a fun match. I'm gonna piggyback off of Adam's a little bit because what he said about the finish and there was one callback and I don't think everybody noticed it was the Tommaso pulling back the exposed concrete. I'm like, oh hi, we just saw what happened with that. But here's the thing. Tommaso didn't have any hesitate. He just he just did it. And also Tommaso's facial expressions throughout this whole match was ranged from, oh crap, this is about to happen, or all right, I'm sitting pretty now. And Alistair was just like, oh no, you ain't, buddy. He gave him a look of, you are dead. And also, god dang it, I hate when Steven's right about shit, but you'll get that in a minute. And this match was so fun. Like at the beginning, it was a little slow for my liking, but then it quickly picked up the pace. I'm like, okay, and a lot of Tommaso is so clean. Alistair same, and Alistair, this was a perfect match. Actually, show his kind of strength and his character work, and having the anti-hero in Alistair, and you have kind of the dark horse in Tommaso, and you see what those two can do, and they took it to the limit, and the ending with Gargano, god damn it, I hate when it seems right. And another thing was when he rose his hand, when they both raised his hand, I saw his eyes. I'm like, oh, okay, so we're getting that. And my other thing was saying Tommaso was actually looking at Johnny, and I'm like, okay, that's telling. And another thing I saw. That I think I picked up on, but I saw it and I'm like, okay, this is awesome. And that the network, when they aired the commercial, when they showed the footage again from Royal Rumble, they show you that they're both looking at each other. They don't show you the delay. They don't show you. They want to kind of tease it. So.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
All right.
And back to Tommaso Ciampa, the way he was making it, the way he was clapping himself like a maniac, freaked me the hell out.
Yeah.
Times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely.
I just hope that next WWE game you're able to remove the floor mat and slam your opponents on it.
Yep.
Nice feature.
That's awesome. All right,
That'd be cool.
Steven, your thoughts on the main event?
What can I say about the main event? That it was everything that I wanted it to be and more. I said before that these two are one of the best when it comes to in-ring psychology, and the in-ring psychology was on point so much here. Obviously, so clapping himself like a freaking maniac. Stating the obvious here, Tommaso is a goddamn psychopath, so I'm not surprised that he's clapping to himself. I love the callback they did when Tommaso pulled back the mask, because it's like, okay, Tommaso, I see what you're going for here, but obviously nothing came out of it. I actually love the fact that Tommaso was targeting the leg of Aleister Black, so that Black couldn't do a black mass. But but not only just Tommaso's attacking the leg, the way Aleister sold it was beautiful. Like, there were legit some moves that he was unable to hit because he was selling and favoring that leg so well. I love the fact that when Aleister finally did hit the black mass, Tommaso, thinking like the true in-ring psychologist he is, rolled over onto his stomach to prevent Aleister from getting the pin. And then the fact that Tommaso had to hit not one, not two, but three of the fairy tale ending to finally put Aleister away was absolutely amazing. It was very close to a 5-star classic in my eyes. They did well. I like the fact that Tommaso won in a predictable fashion because as you saw with something we're going to talk about later, Aleister is probably going to call up. And then, of course, I have to talk about the post-match antics. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa standing on the stage. You could tell that the two did have a look towards each other. But the thing is, though, Tommaso is looking at Johnny. Johnny is not looking at Tommaso. Johnny, at the end, championship. Tommaso wants to repeal DIY. All Johnny Gargano wants is the NXT championship. You can be a smart man, but if you don't see that you're getting played, and come NXT TakeOver New York, you're gonna find out that you've underestimated Johnny Gargano for far too long. If Johnny Gargano makes it to New York and you don't figure this out, he is going to beat you. And all I could say about the other part of that is, Amanda, you said you hate when I'm right. I have to say it. I called it. I think we may be getting a title versus title match at NXT TakeOver New York.
Well, there's a problem with that. There's a problem with that.
Frame the title.
Spoiler alert, folks. We were so sorry.
Spoiler alert.
But there's a caveat. to it.
Christian, Kelsey. That's not a spoiler alert as of yet. That's not a spoiler alert.
It's not actually.
It's not.
But there's a caveat to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they refilmed, they retaped that ending.
Oh.
Yeah.
With Johnny winning, we don't know who the champion is yet. So until I hear otherwise, my plan is still intact.
Your plan?
WWE all saying, if you are going through that plan, thank you for listening to me.
Your plan?
Now, if only they could listen to
My plan.
They've listened to my plans before, so yeah.
I mean, come on now. NXT, they use a T-Rex costume. I mean, hey, who originated T-Rex wrestling?
Okay, yeah, that goes to Adam.
True.
Susan, has any of you actually seen Adam's T-Rex matches? They're funny. They're funny as hell.
I think I've.
All right. But that was our thoughts on NXT TakeOver, and we are almost an hour into the podcast, and we're finally going to talk about the Royal Rumble.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Let's get it. Let's.
Royal Rumble took place at Chase
Man,
Field, folks.
what a long 6.5 was hours. Bro.
Ryan,
I got some funny. What's that?
I'm surprised you didn't fall asleep about 6 hours into it.
Hey, I've been at WrestleMania. I've been at WrestleMania twice.
I got a lot of funny and real experiences to tell you guys about this. We'll get to that along as we go each match.
Let's kick things off with the Rumble. We're not really talking about the pre-show because, as we know, the pre-show is kind of irrelevant.
Yes.
That was a wonderful.
Yeah,
that was
The suicide
I love
dive
that
for
match.
Toronto. That was wonderful.
Oh man, that was sick.
U.S. title match. I just have to say why. Just why.
Yeah. Why on that one?
DIY.
Yep, that's.
I'll go home.
And that impromptu Raw tag team match. Why?
Yeah, nobody remembers that. No.
Yeah. All right. However,
Amanda doesn't remember that.
when the show went on the air, we actually kicked things off with the SmackDown Women's Title match
Yes.
as Asuka defeated Becky Lynch by submission. And let's actually kick things off with Ryan, since he was there. We'll have you start off.
All right, so I thought this was a pretty good opening match. As you probably all saw, there was a lot of the man signs, and we were all holding that up during the Becky Lynch entrance. Overall, I thought this was a good opener, and I mean, it was probably kind of predictable that Asuka was going to retain. I didn't think she was going to lose it, but Becky did give Asuka a very good matchup. So overall, I really enjoyed it. Asuka won. I was really kind of thinking that Asuka was going to win by pinfall, not by submission. But I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt Becky at all. But I think it was a really good opener.
Clearly it didn't.
Yeah. Shout out to Asuka and Becky Lynch. That was a great opening match.
Really well indeed. Kelsey, your thoughts on Asuka versus Becky?
It was really good. Like, I was like, I honestly didn't see it opening. I thought it was gonna co-main it, or not co-main event, but be closer to the end. Both of these women killed it. Obviously Asuka was gonna retain. I mean, they wouldn't have her just win it just to lose it again. But both women did amazing. The match was good, and yeah.
All right.
Well said.
Heel Balor, your thoughts?
Oh boy, what a match, man!
Here we go.
Here we go. They tore the freaking house down, man. I really enjoyed it. They just have so much, oh my god, I really can't put in the words once again. I really enjoyed
Chemistry?
it. In-ring chemistry, yes, but the selling, this match was just very, very good in my opinion. I knew Becky going in, she wasn't going to win. There was hope in there. I was like, okay, they're probably going back to Becky because just screw Asuka over. But yeah, Asuka came out the winner. And, at the end of the night, I got what I wanted. Great match. I enjoyed it.
I absolutely enjoyed it as well. It was a wonderful match. It was a...
Oh, yeah.
It's a good thing that we actually opened up the show with that, because I'm like, if you want to open up the Royal Rumble in a big baseball stadium, what better way than that?
Well, they could have opened that would take me out to the ball game.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan, did you go swimming in that pool?
No, I did not, because it was actually covered up.
No way! They should have had a spot where somebody got power bombed into it.
Apparently from what I hear, when I was actually talking about, I was talking with another fan. Also, shout out to Brock Lesnar guy on Twitter. He was sitting right behind me, actually. So shout out to him. Real cool guy.
You were saying?
But I was actually talking to someone else about the pool and everything. And every winter, she always cover it up. So yeah, that's what it was. So unfortunately, yeah. And honestly, I'm gonna say this: from where my seat was, I couldn't really see the stage that well, but
there was no stage.
It was pretty cool.
Well, actually, there was no
so
stage.
Yeah, it was kind of. Yeah, it was. But
If
it was cool.
Yeah, Adam, your
this in
thoughts
the
on?
Attitude Era, they would have all the women go in there and go in the pool probably.
Yeah, probably would. Adam, your thoughts on?
on?
Adam, your thoughts on Asuka versus Becky?
I was talking with lots of friends before the Rumble and all, talking about this match. I was even on last time with you. My friend Zach said that Becky is better and should win, and I do agree with him. I was thinking that, yeah, Becky has all the momentum in the world right now. She's probably the number one merch seller in WWE right now with her T-shirts and whatnot. Mm-hmm. With their new catchphrase, she's probably number one right now. Why would they not put the title on her? It works for Alexa Bliss, and
there's reasons.
Yeah. Eye candy, but I was just like mainly focusing like, yeah, Becky's gonna win this match, but I was shocked by that, but I was really impressed with how they opened it up. They did hit a home run for an opening match for a first inning. I'll throw my baseball jokes in. I thought they did great in first inning, but they did a great job with it. I like what they're doing. They had lots of outside spots too during that match with the exploder suplex, Asuka doing damage on the outside of the ring. It was actually really entertaining to see. This was kind of a no rest match. They were going all at it, and I was happy to see that come from women's wrestling once again, putting on another great thing for why women's wrestling should be more respected and everywhere in the wrestling fan base. And those two women once again throw it out of the ballpark and hit a home run for me. So it was a great match.
All right,
Well said,
Amanda,
dude.
your thoughts?
Thank you.
You say me?
Amanda.
Oh, Amanda.
Okay, this match. Loaded match. This match was awesome. Holy heck. 3.5 for me, because the psychology, the fun chemistry, how well these ladies know each other, how well the action was paced. You didn't have any breathing room, but you did have like a little bit of breathe, you did have like a take your breath moment when the back exploder, and I'm like, oh crap, they're not gonna let her. And then I saw the armbar, don't get me on it, the
Disarmer.
Disarmer. I'm like, oh, are they gonna do it? I'm like, no, they aren't. But and just
deep down inside, I hope I wish they did.
Yeah.
But this match was so much fun. It was perfect to up, and it had, and you kind of had to, because it kind of set it up. Who was coming next, and the one of the closing part of the match I loved, because you saw Becky glare at the ring, signaling like she's not done by any stretch of the means, and she was just like, and we got to see her later on, which I loved, and
Amazing.
That's my opinion. It was a fun match. I loved it.
Excellent indeed. Andrew, your thoughts?
Great opener to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seriously thought at times they were going to give the title to Becky, and I was thinking in my mind, no, they're not going to let Asuka lose it this soon. The spot that they had on outside the ring, I thought they were dead, because they almost landed on necks.
Yeah.
But then when Becky tapped out, and I'm like, yep, this is going to set up for her to be in the Rumble, which we'll talk about later on. But overall, it was about a 3.5 for me too. Great opener.
That's very awesome. It's really good that we have opening matches like that. It's not often we get something like that. As a matter of fact, this is the first pay-per-view of 2019 on the main roster, and it was great.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Let's just hope we can keep that going. Let's just keep that going.
I know. Let's hope they do.
Please keep it going.
Yep. And finally,
Steven,
We're not going to
your
talk
thoughts.
about Becky's wardrobe malfunction during the Rumble too.
Oh Jesus.
Wait, that happened?
Yeah,
that
a
happened.
wardrobe malfunction.
All right. Well, anyways, Steven, your thoughts on the Asuka versus Becky?
Asuka versus Becky. I'm actually going to call it out right now. As soon as I saw that Asuka and Becky were opening the show, I literally, the gears spun in my head. Knew was about to happen from this match and from a later match that we're going to talk about. Asuka versus Becky Lynch. If you want to give the Royal Rumble an opening show based on the card that was announced, this is 100% the match I would have put on there, because Asuka and Becky Lynch absolutely killed it. These two know each other so well. They had an extremely hard hitting match. That Bex floater into the barricade on the outside. Holy cannoli! I love that. That was hard. That spot. And honestly, I'm gonna have to give another credit to a piece of in-ring psychology because of the fact that both of them tried to use their opponent's finisher to end the match, which I thought was amazing. Anytime I see someone use their opponent's finisher, I love it because it's a huge piece of psychology to get into the head of your opponent. Honestly, Becky Lynch did what Becky Lynch does. She gave it 120%, but ultimately when she got trapped in that Oscar lock for the final time, honestly, Becky may have tapped, but she had no shame in tapping out. And then of course, Becky Lynch sitting on the apron right after that match. She took one look at that ring. I saw the look in her eyes, and it's like, this is not over. I'll be back.
Yep.
I'll be back. You'll see.
That was fun
TJ
indeed.
Perkins just like my retweet.
All right, let's go to the next match. This one was funny. The Smackdown Tag Team title match.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
Oh, boy. This man.
As the
Hey,
Miz,
Steven's right again.
as the Miz and Shane McMahon defeated the Bar, but it was not by accident.
No. Nope.
So that's why, to me, that felt a little down to me because it wasn't by accident. But Ryan, you're going to start things off.
Okay. So I really enjoyed this match. Let me just say, I don't know how many of you saw, but it's in the vlog. It's at the very beginning. But y'all remember the part where Cesaro threw Shane McMahon into the barricade?
Yeah, you smelled your drink.
I know what he's doing. Yeah, he showed me this.
Yeah, he threw Shane so hard into the barricade it knocked over my strawberry lemonade. And then, so then, pretty much from there, I was like, win it for the strawberry lemonade. Win it for the strawberry lemonade. But I thought this was a really good match, and I really loved the part where Sheamus was going to go for the bro kick, but Miz pushes Cesaro, and Cesaro's the one that gets hit with the bro kick. And the Shane McMahon, oh my gosh, at 47, 48, however old he is, I mean, oh my gosh, that is unbelievable for his age.
Yeah, like
and the 5-star shooting press. I mean, oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, you mentioned your strawberry lemonade. What was it you said? Now, what if it was a diet soda?
Oh man,
You spilled my diet soda.
You know the saddest thing is, I paid $7 for that for strawberry lemonade, but it was a great moment. I didn't try to because they were all sold out. But yeah, that was a great match. Though. The crowd they literally cheered for when Shane and Miz won the titles. And here's another thing. I think there's a lot of people that say, I don't really like this team because it hurts other tag teams. But I like what they're doing with Miz and Shane. I really do. Because it's something, it's something like, we don't really see too often. And it's like, okay, maybe this can work. And look what happened. Like, if you saw Smackdown, I mean, everyone loves Shane and Miz as a tag team. I even like they're retired. So,
Anything
the
Miz does, he turns it to gold.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's not
comedy
forget the
gold.
Miz's dad.
Yes, George. Way to go, George.
All right.
I bet him access too. So yeah, good match.
Kelsey, your thoughts on the SmackDown Tag Team title match?
That was a pretty interesting match. I thought it was pretty damn good though. Shane needs to chill though, because he's gonna end up hurting himself one day. But
It's coming from the guy who suffered a helicopter crash and survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty good match though. I was happy for Miz and Shane because they deserve it. I mean, I like the team. I like this team. I think it's pretty good. So.
Yep, that's a really good way of putting it. Willie, your thoughts?
I was against the teaming up at first, but now I'm really invested in it. The match was pretty good. The ending I really enjoyed. Shane McMahon, that son of a gun. My gosh. Shooting star press, is that your age, dude? crazy stuff. It was a fun match. And rest in Seth Rollins lemonade. But overall, it was a fun match. And when they won, I fought for it. It was cool. I loved it. Great match.
Yeah. Adam, your thoughts?
Can we just have a minute of silence really quick for Ryan's lemonade?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're good now. Well,
Bless you, lemonade.
I really enjoyed the match. Shane McMahon once again trying to go for table dives, coast to coast, and whatnot. Always doing his best. I don't know, but Christian, can you edit a video over the podcast, just a little clip?
What were you thinking?
Because I saw this funny tweet. It showed it said nobody. Shane McMahon. It shows a video of this guy just diving through a table and jumping off.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I saw that, and it just describes Shane
Some
McMahon.
idiot jumped from his balcony.
Yeah, I just described Shane McMahon when he wrestles. It's like, okay, we're just gonna have a normal tag team match. No, Shane's gonna take that to the normal tag team match to the extreme. Make sure that everyone is standing out of their seat at the end of this match, and that's what he did. I did not think Miz and McMahon were gonna win. I thought it was going to just have Miz heel.
Miz Man.
What do they call them? Miz and Mac now?
I'm trying to combine their names.
Shane or Miz. Shane or Miz.
I'd say Miz and Mac.
Miz and Mac.
Yeah, but I just thought that Miz was going to turn heel at the end after Shane would possibly get pinned by one of the members of the Bar. But no, that did not happen. I thought it was a great match. It was a great way to keep the momentum up in the show. Usually it's like what happened with Backlash last year.
Oh,
they started off wonderful with Rollins and Miz, and they couldn't carry the momentum. And they're able to carry the momentum from match to match tonight. And that's what they really did. This tag team match, they're able to carry momentum from the opener, which I thought that was great. And hats off to them.
Yep.
Great match.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, your thoughts?
Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a fun match. It was a fun match, surprisingly. And I'm honestly surprised that Shane and Miz won clean, not by accident. And the spot where Cesaro hit the Cesaro swing on Shane McMahon for 2 minutes straight, it's like, oh my God, how is he not dizzy?
Yeah.
If that were me, I'd be throwing up.
Actually, top the titles. So it was a good match. It was a great way to carry the momentum from the women's match.
Yep,
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
My thing about Cesaro's swing, I actually wonder, if Cesaro has to probably limit himself to eating at catering before a match, because, or anyone who's taking a swing, it's like, listen, if you're going to want to take the swing tonight in this match, you cannot have catering.
Remember Titus O'Neil?
Yeah, you cannot eat food 30 minutes to an hour beforehand. We do this swing thing, or we're just going to it's not going to be pretty.
I mean, Tyler Bate probably says the same thing when he does his airplanes then.
Yep. Amanda, your thoughts on the SmackDown Tag Team title match?
Thanks, Adam, for giving me that mental image. And okay, but this match, it was fun. I had completely a good time, especially with friends on Skype, and we all we were all just like, okay, this is fun, and I love the attire, I love the little references, and I love the way that Miz can sell anything. He can always sell you a used car and make you buy it. And let's just say that. And Miz is so underrated. I don't get it.
Thank you.
And I love him to death. And sometimes as a smarmy heel, I just go, oh my God, I can't stand this SOB. But then you realize that's his job. And
that would be me a few weeks ago.
Yep. As usual, Miz turns everything to gold.
And you get turns everything to gold. I completely agree. And you get such an awesome match. I thought it was three for me because of the story kind of we got to work together. All right, that's right. It's that kind of, we're gonna try. We're gonna give it our all, and Miz is carrying the feud right now.
Definitely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
and
finally, Steven, your thoughts.
Give me a second. Let me pull up my Miz checklist. Step 1. win the tag team titles with Shane McMahon. Check. With that out of the way, I actually love this match. I love the match from a personal perspective, but from a professional wise, it was an okay match. I do actually think it's absolutely hilarious that The Miz and Shane McMahon, the best tag team in the world, are now the tag team champions. But I will admit, I will give The Miz all the credit in the world for what they did. They actually won the match clean. The fact that Shane McMahon is doing shooting star presses at 47-48 is absolutely incredible. Of course, once again, with every match Shane McMahon's in, we see another rendition of Shane McMahon's greatest hits. Table spot, possible coast to coast, shooting star press. Good, that's a Shane McMahon match. But regardless, step one is done because Miz, as I said last podcast, I believe, is going to end up turning on Shane down the line, probably the Elimination Chamber when they ultimately lose the titles. But I'll give them credit. Miz has made this feud and this partnership going to absolute gold here because Miz turns everything into gold. I mean, put it this way: I hate the guy's character, but I hate the guy's character because he's good at what he does.
Yeah.
The Miz and Shane are champions. It's not the best thing in the world. I'm proud of him for doing. I'm proud of him for doing
The
it.
best
So,
in the world, Joker.
right? Hey, I'm proud of him for doing what he did. Miz and Shane, good luck. Enjoy your time as champions. You get to come Elimination Chamber. That's going to come to a screeching halt really, really fast because I'm sorry, Shane. Watch your back. Because the moment you lose those titles, Miz is going to ambush you, and you're not going to be about it.
I think we're taking on the Usos at the Chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but like,
Yep, Usos tweeted like
Freaking Usos again. Just
something like,
God.
I love the
That's
Usos.
All it was heavy machinery.
Same.
But how we
That's what I thought they were gonna do.
But how we're talking about right now, how the Miz can turn it into gold, it just reminds me of like this book I read in like third grade where it's like called The Chocolate Touch, and whatever the kid touches turns into chocolate. That's the Miz. Whatever touches will turn into gold. You can have him put him out there gobbledygooker, and he will put on a masterpiece with the gobbledygooker or a promo that is perfect with the gobbledygooker. I need a gobbledygooker
I completely
t-shirt
agree
right
with
now.
Adam here.
Oh, at WWE.
King Midas. I would have gone with the King Midas. I would have gone with the King Midas reference, but that sounds pretty funny.
All right. That's hilarious very much.
And props to whoever knows Cesaro's uppercut. You know how to sell really well.
Yep.
Brian,
All
question. Did you get to try the Royal Rumble?
No, they were like legit, no lie. They were all sold out like during the pre-show. Like they all sold out.
Of course, and Daniel
I
Bryan's
probably wouldn't
promoting it.
wanna
Of
try
course,
anyway
they would
because,
sell
like,
out.
That thing's so stacked.
That's why Daniel Bryan took it off.
Yeah.
That man's talking about,
Toss it away.
talking about Captain Planet and stuff like that. And he's just smushing a hamburger. Dude.
Maybe he's pulling a Squidward. Squidward doesn't like Krabby Patties. He sneaks in one like the Krusty Krab, eats the whole chamber of them patties.
Thank you, Daisy.
You like cheeseburgers, don't you, Daniel Bryan?
Can we get that moment, please?
Yeah, that's great. All right. All right. Let's go on to the next match, the Raw Women's Title match. Ronda Rousey defeated Sasha Banks.
This match was fun.
All right, Willie, you start things off.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Somewhere Adam's wrestling review is right now screaming.
Shout out to my buddy Adam's wrestling review. I love you, bro.
All right, go
All
ahead,
right,
Willie.
so-
You're first.
All right. This match, man, people, Becky and Asuka, that was a good match. To me, this was fun. This is a fun match here. This reminded me, Sasha's character going in this match was NXT bitch Sasha, in my opinion. I loved it. Loved it. Ronda's like, I'm a little fangirl. I'm trying to be nice. God, I hate that type of character. But the match itself, it was great for what it was. There were moments in that match I thought Sasha was going to win. No pun intended. The in-ring psychology, people say Ronda can't wrestle. When you put her in there with the right person, she actually does great.
Yeah.
You put her in there with the right person, she does great. Like, seriously. And it showed in this match. And overall, I really, really, really enjoyed it.
Exactly.
The spot where, I can't remember who hit the little ring post. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Ronda.
Oh, yeah.
It was Ronda. It was somebody hit the ring post with their forearm. I'm like, oh my God, that had to hurt. And that was basically the story of the match, was the arm and all that kind of good stuff. You know.
And turned off the ring post.
Yeah. And it was great. Very good match. I really enjoyed it.
Yep. Kelsey,
I give it probably a three-star match.
Yeah.
Once again, if you put Ronda in there with the right person, she does well.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Kelsey, your thoughts?
I thought it was a pretty good match. Sasha was giving her all. And like Willie said, there were moments where I thought Sasha was actually going to win. I was like, oh my God, if she actually does. I know she wasn't, obviously, but like, close. So I was like, oh my God, she might actually win. No, never mind. But they both did pretty good. And honestly, Ronda isn't a bad wrestler. She's actually pretty decent. Like, I'm not going to lie.
So more Adam's cringing.
That match was pretty awesome. I liked it.
That's good. All right, Ryan, your thoughts?
Oh boy, I thought it was a really good match. I really liked in the very beginning where Sasha Banks mocked Ronda and then Ronda mocked Sasha. And I thought, okay,
that was pretty funny.
We got something going. You know, it's really small stuff like that is really gonna, get the crowd into the match. And without a doubt, Sasha took it to Ronda, and Ronda took it to Sasha. And Ronda said, Sasha gave her the fight of her life. And I agree with that. I think that's probably the best Ronda match that we probably have seen.
Yeah.
And it came about a time where after the match, Ronda Ronda and Sasha shook hands, and I really thought Sasha was going to turn heel or
that's what I thought too.
Turn on Ronda, but it kind of looks like maybe setting up towards a 4-horsewomen feud, maybe possible. But
I think Sasha held the 4 after the match, so
and Bailey on Raw.
Bailey and Becky, which they did show finally.
And here's the thing: a lot of people they like to they say that Ronda is bad, bad promo wise, which I think she needs to work on.
She needs to work on her promos.
Yeah,
because Becky buried her.
Yeah, pretty much like someone else had to save that whole promo segment right there. But anyway, she is a very good wrestler, without a doubt. I mean, the whole reason why she's getting booed is because Becky Lynch is the hottest star right now, and it's good. That's just the business. You're gonna sooner or later you're gonna get booed, and I think Ronda has all the potential in the world to be a heel, a great heel. But the thing with being in UFC and WWE is in UFC you don't really have to talk much. All you gotta do is fight.
She's not used
to
that.
Talk. Yeah, she's not used to that. But I do give Ronda credit where credit's due. She does very well. Promo just needs to work on. I mean, which I think she should there. But without doubt, amazing job. Happy for these two. Also, I got to meet Sasha and Bailey, so that was pretty cool. But definitely a great match.
All right.
Very wide back. A 3B.
Yeah, Adam, your thoughts on the women's title match?
I hate to quote Michael Cole, and I might get thrown out the show, but it was boss time for Sasha in this. I think everyone went in easily seeing Ronda winning, which she did, but Sasha really put up a fight. She put up more of a fight than Nia Jax did.
Yes.
And it was really great match. And I enjoyed seeing all the bank statements and just all this. I really liked seeing the submission work in this match. I feel like in women's matches, you really don't get the submission part out of it. But these two, they really went full base submissions on it. The arm bars continuously. They're just doing arm bars to each other. A bank statement to each other. It was wonderful. I really enjoyed what I was seeing about that match. And the ending was a little confusing. We saw the handshake, and then we go back, see another handshake, and then we see Sasha walking slow. She's just waiting for Ronda to come out. She's jump out at her. But that didn't happen. So I feel like everyone viewing on TV might have been a little disappointed because we got the camera angles. I was live streaming, and everyone's like, in the chat, So what's going on? Is she attacking? I'm like, I honestly don't know what she's doing. The entrance, it's like backstage is right there, not the other way, Sasha. But I really enjoyed seeing the match. Great physical action for Ronda too. Probably her best match in WWE, honestly. And I can't wait to see what goes on with Ronda and Becky. I really can't wait to see what's going on.
Gonna be great.
Will be great.
All right. Amanda, your thoughts?
My thoughts. I'm gonna again. Adam, right now you're getting all the words out of my mouth because that's my feelings. It was a fun match. This match had a story. They worked the arm. They knew that both women had to use the arm to get their finishers applied. Big statement and into the armbar. And you have these two ladies telling a huge story of saying who wants it more. Ronda, obviously got that better advantage. But here's the thing: she got better. She's getting better herself. Yeah. I loved her gear. I love both their gears because they both, one of them actually told a story. The story was Sasha's was actually her first gear, and she reworked it. Mm-hmm. And it's just a lot of fun storytelling with vision, with using using taunt each other, like saying, come on, anything you can do, I can do better. So just and she's very quick pace. Sometimes I thought Sasha was gonna botch something, and I'm like, okay, this is fun. Yes, ma'am. And I did think that Sasha was being that heel that I love from NXT because she showed that this lady can hang. And same with Ronda. And Ronda can't hang. Sorry, Adam, wrestling her to beat. I'm sorry, but she can. And I know she would give Becky hell, but Becky is just a little bit better, a lot better. So good luck. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. All right. And Andrew, your thoughts?
Well, the match was very good. I think it was like the best match of the night, in my opinion, because of like all the arm bars and submission holds, which I found the ending very weird because Ronda won by fall.
Yeah, despite them both saying they would win by submission.
And the bank statement that Sasha did, and when she wrapped that her arm thing around Ronda's face, her mouth was insane because I was like, ow. And then Corey Graves is a complete douchebag because he said Sasha didn't have a chance.
Corey Graves is just a freaking moron in general.
Corey Graves needs to.
That dude drooling over Mandy Rose. Give me a break.
Come on, who among us hasn't drooled over Mandy Rose?
I haven't.
All of us.
I have not.
Really? I'm the only one?
I don't see it.
Okay.
I have not.
Anyway, back to the match.
Everybody has their drool.
My bad. I was on mute, but yeah, Mandy Rose, I do drool over.
Haha, good. I'm not the only one. All right, let's
someone had drool over
Ronda-
McIntyre and
Sasha
done at me.
4 stars out of me.
All right, and finally, Steven, your thoughts on Ronda versus Sasha?
Ronda Rousey can wrestle. Do not at me. But needless to say, Ronda has proven time and time again, and she did it once again here, that when she is paired with the right opponent, Ronda Rousey can fucking wrestle a good match. I love the storytelling it is. Sasha Banks, thank you for bringing full bitch mode to Royal Rumble because I love that character when you actually use it. Obviously, the story of the match was arm, because both of their finishing submissions require a of arm strength to be able to apply effectively to actually be able to win the match. honestly, that forearm into the post, ow, that looked like it hurt. But the fact of the matter is, Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks, they not only met my expectations for this match, they exceeded my expectations for this match. It's a 4 out of 5 for me as far as I can tell.
That's it.
4 out of 5 that combines the wrestling and the storytelling. I was watching the Royal Rumble, so I was a little bit confused on what the heck was going on after the match. Was Sasha going to turn? Was she not going to turn? Is Sasha going to turn? Is she not going to turn? What the heck is happening? But I like the fact that they shook hands. Sasha obviously throwing up the 4. I mean, they're literally throwing it in our face, but it's something I already knew. We're heading for a 4 horsewoman versus 4 horsewoman feud sometime down the line, and Ronda the entire feud. I hated her promo work, if I have to be honest, because I'm going to say it needs work. Ronda Rousey needs work. Now her promo from the Raw after Royal Rumble, we can talk about that in a little bit because I got something to say about that too. But otherwise, I really like the match. Great job to both of them. Ronda Rousey can wrestle. Sasha, thanks for the bitch character. Enough said. Great match.
Yeah, I'm just happy it wasn't just Ronda throwing around a bunch of Piper's pits. Like, she hit it a few times. But normally when she has her match, that's all she does. She just throws the little Piper's pit, gets her up, does it like 5 times, and armbar. We're done here. But also, major props to the kid in the sharp hat in the front row. You're a legend.
Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next one we're talking about is the Women's Royal Rumble match. Since this is a long match, we're gonna try to make sure that we're gonna try our best to make sure that we don't go too long on this because we still have a lot more to talk about.
Good Lord. Promises.
6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah.
6.5 hours later.
I have no homework. I got all day.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. Adam, we'll actually start with you. What are your thoughts on the Women's Rumble match and the winner?
Becky Lynch winning, I felt like it was something I saw, but once again, we didn't. We could see Becky Lynch winning the Rumble, but since she wasn't announced going in, nobody saw it. It was a fun live stream to do when I did live reactions. All the fans enjoyed it. I really loved all the entrants. Dude, there were lots of great NXT call-ups. And I'm just like, this is Royal Rumble in general. I just feel it's better to see the old kind of getting pushed out. And we're kind of replacing them. Like, we got to see so many new faces in the Rumble this year, which is both Rumbles in general. It's made it so cool for me. It's like, wow, there are some of these women in here that I don't know, that I've only slightly heard of. And it's really cool. Like, KC Cantazano, let's please hope they cut her last name off. She did a great job. And then Naomi being the Kingston of her respected Royal Rumble is also great to watch. But like I said, I think it goes the best with the Mandy Rose and Naomi situation in the Rumble. That was great to see the save happen. And then Mandy shoves her off the steel steps and was like, look at me. No save. I just kind of laughed at that. Like, that was really funny. And Becky coming in, that was really awesome because the crowd really went insane for that. Alexa Bliss, her entrance, the crowd was happy. My live stream, everyone was begging, like, is Alexa in yet? That was like kind of our constant question. And she did come in. I enjoyed the Women's Royal Rumble. Very good match to me. I'm happy Becky won. She was perfect way to win. So
that was a great one. I like that.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Like, Adam's really good at this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
KELSEY, your thoughts on the Women's Royal Rumble match and the winner?
Oh my god. I think it was even better than last year's.
It was.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt, 100%.
Like Adam said, there were so many new people that came in. I was so happy. And honestly, like, from my perspective, I did see her entering. And I did see her leaving because, like, they wouldn't not have Becky in the Rumble.
Exactly.
And they had to have her win so it's set up for her versus Ronda. So.
Yes, Ronnie.
And I thought it was really good. I thought it was actually good. And oh my god, when Charlotte and Becky were the last two, I was like, At first, no. Honestly, at first, I was like, oh god, they're gonna give it to Charlotte. Oh god, no.
That's what I was thinking.
And then Becky was like,
Mhm.
Becky was like, you take everything from me. You're not taking this from me. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then Becky, and I was like so happy. I was like, yes, Becky, yes. I was so happy.
That was
I would
really
have way
good.
rather like seen Alexa Bliss and Becky in the final two. My God, that they would
Yeah.
need to separate sides. One side goes to the Bliss fans, the other goes to the Becky fans.
Mhm.
I know Becky has lots of momentum right now, but I feel when it comes to women's wrestling and WWE, they're probably even on fans to me. Lots of people
They
go
are.
out for Alexa Bliss. Lots of people go out for Becky. I guess my side pulled more towards Alexa Bliss, but like I
I'm a
would
Becky
love to
fanboy,
see.
so.
I would love
Same,
to see each
same,
other.
Becky fan, girl.
Like if they just had a stare off and the crowd would just lose their minds and we hear like the
would've
loudest
been
pop
crazy.
ever. You know?
Yeah, it would. That'd be great. Hey, guys, want to know a fun fact?
What?
The Women's Royal Rumble match was only 4 minutes shorter than the 50-man Greatest Royal Rumble match.
We don't mention that.
That's
I
better.
know, but it's the fact that this is also the longest 30-person Rumble match in history at 1 hour and 12 minutes.
Dang.
Yeah. They sent an
I-
entrance fast for the men's Royal Rumble. They
Yeah.
sent it fast.
The men's
They
Rumble was
rushed
only
the men's Rumble, but
57
there's
minutes.
reasons.
Yeah, but I will say, like, for me on the women's Rumble match, when it came to here's the thing, when I looked at, you know how I've been looking at entrant predictions from other people on YouTube?
Yeah.
A majority of them were just, legends again, kind of like 2018. I'm like, come on. A lot of the surprise entrants I put in were like people from NXT, UK, and Mae Young Classic.
Yeah,
And
because we
yeah,
have
that's
all these
exactly
more
what we
outlets to women's wrestling in WWE now. It's not just, okay, we have this little tournament here. Not as much
Yeah.
as NXT, not as much on main roster. We also mix them with the legends. We have so many more outlets nowadays. With the women's Royal Rumble just made it perfect. We didn't need legends.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like really the whole thing, like what you guys said, like a lot of it was NXT, like there was Candice LeRae,
I marked that
who
side.
else?
No, yeah, you did.
Rhea
Freaking
Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
I did.
Rhea Ripley,
Casey
yeah.
Catanzaro. I freaking
Yeah. Oh
marked
my god.
hard for Casey
Yes.
Catanzaro.
Kyrie
Yeah.
Sane, come on, how can we forget the pirate herself?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kyrie Sane,
dude.
yes.
Yeah, it was
Don't forget
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Lacey Evans at the start and also Xia Li. I was surprised to
Yes.
see Xia Li.
Xylee, yeah.
Lacey and Charlotte stare down. Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
Dude, that had me shaking. I was like, oh my.
Selena Vega Mortal Kombat attire.
Yeah,
Hornswoggle.
and Vega and Hornswoggle. That was pretty funny.
I forgot to mention
that was funny.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that was hilarious.
I think the first two should have started was Lacey and Nikki. That would have been a good
Yeah. Yeah.
And just because she's like the first lady, or I would have said Lacey and Maria, but just like to keep that momentum set.
They should
But-
have used Maria's old theme song, but okay.
And
Yeah.
this match, Jesus Christ, this match
I'll wait
was
until I get to
fun.
my point.
Nikki,
Nikki.
I believe Nikki and my Scottish little girl did it. She participated. She
Great.
did awesome, and she was just so crazy. She's like, all right, I'm gonna go have some fun. Bye, on your Kathy. And I believe one of the people from Sandy told her on yourself hint and get on yourself, get on with it, Curly. And
Yeah.
forgive me for my botch on that one because my Scottish accent isn't exactly that great, but I'm actually from Scotland, so half from Scotland, so
That's
I
okay.
get
Nice.
so. And but she's like I was one who's marking out hard, and I also marked out hard for Candice LeRae. I marked out for Io Shirai and Kari Sane. Kari, I'm like, yay, she back, and like Rhea Ripley, I nearly lost my dang mind. I was like, I almost wanted to go. I almost wanted to DM like Kelsey. I'm like, Kelsey, she's here.
Yeah.
And but this match had so much storytelling, so much fun, and had an awesome winner. And So yeah, I'll give it 4 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5. It's hard to beat it. It was a
Really was.
and
I don't think even the men's rumble could top that.
no, it did not. No, it
The
did
men's
not.
rumble didn't even top
Actually, a question is, did Lacey Evans actually like ever serve time in military?
that.
Because,
I
like,
think
I
so.
think so.
yeah, because they keep saying in the commentary, I'm like, well, if she never did,
I think she did.
it's just, yeah, I'm about to say, if she never did, that's just really
Let me
good
look
a
it up.
character. That's a stolen valor. Like, she could actually get potentially arrested for that.
Yes, she is. She was a former U.S. Marine.
Oh, nice.
Hats off to her.
So,
Dang.
Mama Maracle is a former U.S. Marine.
Yeah.
That's all.
My uncle was.
Grandpa
cousin
was
All right.
a deep sea diver in Navy. So.
That's cool.
Nice.
Heel Balor, your thoughts on the women's Rumble match and the winner?
I'll get to the winner in a minute. Oh my gosh, this Rumble was fun. Oh my gosh, this. I mean, for the second go around with the women's Rumble, this one was really shocking. I'll get to that in a minute. This Rumble was really, really, really fun. The thing there was no like old legends from the past, which I thank the WWE.
Trading old leather.
No twins, no.
Oh,
Lita,
yes.
Stratus,
I hate the
none of them.
Bellas.
I was
I hate those too.
I was really
Kim
thinking about if I
Kardashian.
hear. I was literally thinking about if I hear Brie Mott, I'm turning this garbage off. But yeah, it didn't happen. Thank God. Yeah, there was so.
I hate that song.
Yeah, prize entries, man. I marked out so freaking hard for Candice LeRae and Casey Catanzaro. Freaking, oh my God, Kyrie saying, Rhea Ripley. When I saw her come out, I'm like, I instantly thought of Harley. Instantly, you know.
I thought of Baron Corbin.
I thought Pete Dunne's. I thought Pete Dunne's sister.
And then when she came out, I was like, okay, Pete Dunne's here. He's here. But
She's
yeah,
way
the
taller
winner-
than Pete Dunne.
Oh, she's tall. She's my age. Good Lord.
She's my age. She's like you.
He definitely played basketball in high school.
Yeah, she's tall.
She hot. She hot.
I'm kidding. She's hot. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah, the eventual winner. Yeah, Becky. I knew it was coming. The way they got her in there was actually very surprising. I thought they were gonna have her take Carmella's number, like attack her backstage. They didn't do that. They had the injury with Lana, with the match with Rusev and Shinsuke and Nakamura, but nobody for that match. And they had Becky come in. It was pretty cool. To a huge pop. The ending. It should, as Adam said, it should have been Alexa and Becky. That would have been a spectacular moment right there. But with Charlotte, kind of made sense with Charlotte. Little injury angle with Nia Jax pushing Becky off the stairs, what pissed me off. I was like, if you freaking injure her, I swear to God, I'm going to call Ryan Heck and jump over the barricade.
Then you give me the heel. It's a Balor.
And then, of course, yeah, I freaking broke down. I was so happy. You know, she won.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
So
I
I
tuned
guess
into your live stream. Like, after the match I saw Becky win, I got on my phone and tuned into your live stream just to see your reaction.
Yeah, man.
You're crying.
So
you know what that is. That's what you call great. That's what you call great emotion. We might as well change his name from the Heelist of Ballers to the Heelist of Ballers.
No.
But he did it in a great way.
I'm good.
It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, man.
I'm going to say heel. It's a Baylor because he had to put bail money.
List of ass kickers.
Why are we discussing my name on here?
I don't know.
Oh my God!
All right.
We're just discussing my name.
Fun.
Becky winning. I saw it coming. It was deserving, and I told you, if they didn't have her win, that stick gonna riot. So having her win was the right choice. There were a few moments I thought Charlotte was gonna win. I was like, I swear to God, thank God she didn't win.
I would have been mad.
Oh, I would have. You would have.
This shows how overrated she is.
You do realize that Flair section is here, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it.
You don't want to mess with Kelsey. Trust us.
I've dealt with her before. She can be a sweetheart.
She tried to strangle me
She's
once.
a sweetheart.
She's still in here. She's gonna be nice. But yeah, Becky, she won. I was happy, and that's all I gotta say. My girl's
Why would
going
I
to
get
WrestleMania.
mad? It's an opinion.
Good point.
True.
Not everybody's gonna like her. So.
That's true. And that's
Well
why
said.
Kelsey is great.
That's
Well
like
said.
that thing with
People
Becky.
are always timeline slandering her, and I don't get mad. I don't care.
People are now slandering Becky, and
Yeah.
Becky saying she's overrated.
Yeah,
like, when they were saying,
yeah,
when
don't
they
let
were
me
saying
don't
like
get
she
me
was
started, y'all.
overrated.
Becky
But that
started
when we get
from
to
the
very
top.
ending.
Yeah.
Fell to the bottom of the roster and came back up with the most
Becky-
best battle ever.
Becky
That
is
a
the
return
face of
from
the company.
dead. That is a
Oh,
return from
yeah.
the dead right there. No,
It is,
one can
dude.
do that.
It really is.
All right.
She has rebuilt herself from the ground up once again, and I'm so proud of her. And she deserved this moment.
I believe
You're
that
going
as
down,
well.
Ronnie. You're going down.
Andrew, your thoughts on the Rumble match and the winner?
Man, we spent a lot of time on that.
Oh my goodness. It was way better than last year, let me tell you. The surprise entrance, I freaking marked out from Casey Catanzaro because I love her. The
She
way
liked my
she
tweet yesterday.
prevented herself from elimination was awesome. The way that she lift her legs up and then she do like a handstand and then wrap her legs around the pole ring post and then got herself back.
Kingston moment.
Yeah, well, you're not. You're not. You don't go on American Ninja Warrior for nothing.
That is true.
Oh, yeah, one more thing. The stare between Charlotte and Kyrie Sane. That was insane. Holy crap.
Then she's
Holy
like,
crap, there. Charlotte freaking possessed
she even-
in that
They
match.
were chopping each other like.
Oh my gosh, that was wild.
Like,
Charlotte's facial expressions in that match were legit
Actually-
scary.
Here's the
you
best way
can
of putting
have
it.
Charlotte stare
She
down
got a good
any
pop.
woman in the world.
She
That-
stared down like Evans too.
Oh, yeah.
You can stare down
Would you
anyone
say?
in the world.
Would you guys say that moment was Kyrie insane?
No. Delete your.
I did set a flare for the match, however.
All right.
But yeah, Becky.
it wasn't a lot of flair added to that match.
Oh my god.
But Andrew, you were saying?
I don't think that's kicker joke, but I don't want to.
Becky
What?
Lynch was awesome because the spot where Lana got injured in the pre-show match was setting it up for Becky to enter the Rumble. I just knew that was going to happen. And then Becky winning, of course, was a huge pop for me. I marked it out. The surprise entrance I did too. I mean, Rhea Ripley, all that coming. And yeah, overall, it was pretty good. It was a very good Rumble for 4.5 out of 5.
Excellent, nice one. And finally, Steven.
Ah, boy.
I'm just gonna say right now, Becky Lynch won the Rumble.
Heck yeah, dude.
Heck yeah.
I am so happy about that. I am so
Me
happy
too.
that Becky won the Rumble. But the entire Women's Rumble, from start to finish, I loved every single
Me too.
second of it. Here's the thing. Do you know how many old guard we actually saw in that match who hasn't been showing up on TV lately? Zero. Not a single legend or part member showed up in that Women's Rumble match.
That's a good
Yes.
thing.
Which are 10 times better than last year's Rumble. And honestly,
Wait.
Willie and Amanda knows this because I was there with them. I out hard for every single one of the surprise entrants, especially Kyrie Sane and Rhea Ripley. Because here's the thing: I wanted Kyrie Sane for a very sentimental reason that I could talk to you guys afterwards about. But honestly, the one I popped the hardest for by far was Rhea Ripley. I absolutely, dude, I adore Rhea Ripley so much when it comes to that. And when she came out, first of all, Willie, I agree with you. It's like if Rhea's here, Pete Dunne's got to be here.
Oh, when we talk about Pete Dunne.
Here, she did the stare between Kyrie and Charlotte, stare down between Charlotte and Lacey, the stuff with Nikki Cross because
Nikki,
maybe your little Skylar Slash, but she is by far my second favorite.
She is
women's
little.
wrestler in all of WWE right
She's
now.
like, I want to hug. I want to hug her.
And then of course, I loved all the modes in that match. Kate's save was amazing. The fact that Candice showed up was awesome. Io Shirai and Kairi Sane in the same Rumble match, amazing. But of course, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about my favorite moment in that match. Final two, Becky Charlotte.
Yes.
Becky literally almost getting Jack. By the way, I would have raged hard if that Rumble match would have ended due to a Becky
it would have
injury.
made sense for those two to end it.
Well, I know it would have absolutely pissed me off the fact that Becky got back in the ring, outright refused to let the ref stop the match. She's like, I'm fine, and then of course that moment, Becky has Charlotte on the apron. She didn't say it, but I can kind of see the look in her eyes. It was a look of I win. She throws that massive forearm, drops Charlotte on her ass to the outside, and wins the Rumble match. And the crowd, WILLIE, myself, Amanda, and everybody, the moment that happened, we absolutely exploded.
As you guys know, I was in Rochester, New York, spending the Rumble weekend with my family, and I was watching it with my little cousins, and all of them went crazy when Becky Lynch won the match.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone absolutely exploded when Becky won that Rumble.
Yeah, that was like
Becky legit got the loudest pop of the night. She got a louder pop than Seth Rollins. Do not at me.
Oh,
Jared got a
throughout
good
the
pop.
whole.
Don't mention him in my presence.
All right, let's
the whole.
Seth Rollins.
Quit interrupting
Sorry, it's all good.
Apologize.
No, it's okay.
keep going, Ryan.
Anyway, I was just gonna say, throughout Rumble, Raw, and SmackDown Live, I mean, constantly it was just all Becky. Like, you know, I mean, like this is literally like probably one of the loudest superstar pops reactions we have in probably quite some time. Like Becky Lynch is just so over.
I'm excited to be at WrestleMania to see Becky take on Ronda. That'd be great. Can't wait to hear the crowd from Becky Lynch on that night.
Yeah,
Oh,
even
man.
even on Raw was crazy.
Dude, so am I, because honestly, just to finish up my thing, honestly, Becky is going to WrestleMania. I 100% believe that she to tap out Ronda. I think this feud is going to be absolutely amazing. I mean, put it this way: it literally just started on Monday Night Raw with Becky announcing that she's challenging Ronda, and literally the promos those two had to each other on Monday, perfect. Ronda Rousey, you need promo work. That promo you gave on Monday, that kind of shit that I told you that I want to see from you, because god damn that promo. And honestly, my final thing about the women's rumble, I'm going to give it a 4.95 out of 5, because literally the only three things I have are very nitpicky. Number one, I really wish Nikki would have lasted longer in the Rumble.
I agree.
Number two is with Becky's insertion to the Rumble. I like the fact that she was yelling at Finley to let her in the Rumble, but I would have liked it 10 times better if it said Becky would have turned to Lana, and Lana would have just told her, go.
Yeah, that would have been a lot cooler.
Yeah, go win the Rumble. And number three, as much as I like Natalya, I don't think she should have been the Iron Woman.
That was number 2.
Should have gone to Ember Moon.
That was number 2, actually.
Should have been the Iron Woman.
And the thing with Zelina Vega and Hornswoggle made me laugh out loud.
I'll be honest, I had no problem.
I love that. Hornswoggle to take Otis Dozick's book. Pretty dainty.
Yeah, by the way, Christian, if Brock and Ronda went at Mania, throw a beer bottle for me.
Watching Mania 34.
Well, let's see here. As for me, I don't have a problem at all with Natalya being the Iron Woman of the match, because honestly, she's one of the greatest of all time. No denying that.
And actually, yeah, I don't have a problem with Natalya being in either. That's just a nitpicky thing for me.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's move on, because we still got more to talk about. We're almost 2 hours into the podcast.
Oh God!
And we have 3 more matches left. Let's first kick off with something rather disappointing: the WWE title match.
That had a bad place.
Why? This is why this match shouldn't have been placed on the card like that.
Yeah.
It was
Becky Lynch is
okay-ish.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the crowd reaction. Yeah, the reaction from the
Dead.
crowd was legit dead. You could hear a freaking penny drop in that stadium.
Yeah, everybody was.
It was so quiet.
Everybody was
Man,
exhausted.
Were there any penny droppings, Ryan?
What's that?
Did you hear any penny droppings, by the way?
Not really.
I bet you could hear. I bet you could hear somebody cough from the nosebleed section.
It was so quiet.
Yeah, I kept hearing like this chant. It was weird. I kept hearing this chant like not all pay-per-view, but like when the show started, like someone I don't know like what section they were saying, but like it was like they kept saying turn the light on, like turn the light on or turn the light off or something like that. I don't even know what the heck they were saying.
Yeah. Turn the light off.
All right. As for the WWE title match, about the quality match though, Willie, your thoughts on the WWE title match?
I thought this was gonna be a 5-star. Looking back on it, and it being placed after Becky Lynch won the Royal Rumble, no, just no. Their match at TLC was way better than this. This match was pretty much just violence and blood. This match was physical, and then of course the ending, which was legit shocking for me.
Yeah.
I got the winner right, but I did not expect Eric Rowan to come out. Or, I mean, Rowan, or whatever they're calling him nowadays. I don't know. Recycle Rowan.
Yeah.
I don't know. This new Daniel Bryan character is really, 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 really amazing. I love it. And now he's starting to remind me of CM Punk. The Straight Edge Society. He's recruiting these new followers, quote unquote. I'm loving. Of course, he turned the WWE title into garbage, and
Literal garbage.
Literal garbage. It's wood. He killed Pinocchio. You know. And
Angry vegan.
All right.
Angry vegan. It was a
Kelsey.
fun match.
Yeah, Kelsey,
It was
your
fun, but
thoughts
it's
on the WWE title match?
I really did about that match. I'm not gonna lie. I just yeah. I mean, it was alright. It was alright, but like I didn't really. I mean,
It's understandable. I bet you were also exhausted from the Rumble match.
yeah.
It's understandable. So pretty much that's pretty much all you got, right?
Yeah.
I don't blame you on that because I don't really have much to say either. Ryan,
Yeah, me neither.
Ryan, you were there, so your thoughts on the WWE title match?
Okay, I'm not gonna say it was bad, but it wasn't great either. It was not probably as close as TLC one was. I thought at the very beginning it was kind of slow. You could hear some fans saying, "This is boring."
Yeah.
But I think in a way, in part, it kind of picked up just a bit. But I mean, the crowd just kind of was not really all that into it. Probably except for like when Rowan showed up. But I mean,
This is so shocking.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of wild to see Rowan. I don't know where that leads for Harper to go, but we'll have to find out. But,
Catering.
I mean, it just wasn't. It was an okay match, but I just felt like it wasn't that great. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can't complain.
Understandable.
Yeah. So
Oh, good.
Adam, your thoughts?
yeah,
Well, it just had a bad placement on the card. When I was live streaming, I straight had the chat putting in a little command saying "Wake up, Adam," because I was falling asleep. I was just tired.
Same, dude.
Same. I was
tired
like,
of that. And then this match, it just wasn't dragging on. But there was one moment where I jumped. I was like, "Oh," because AJ Styles picked up Bryan just where it's like suplex, like back suplex. He just drops him with his dirty. Just
Yeah.
that. Like I remember watching that, like like he picked them up suplex off and just instantly just slammed them down. It was like
I was like,
seeing
AJ,
that
chill,
stuff.
dude.
Like AJ's attire to me, that was awesome. I love seeing the kind of glow effect, like Naomi. I'm sorry I keep botching her name, but there was a girl in my grade who has a similar name as her, and we constantly yell at her. So it's twisting my tongue a little bit, so I apologize on that. But I like AJ's attire. I hope they make a figure of it soon. Unfortunately, he didn't come down, slide to the ring dancing. That would have been cooler to me. I I think all of us. I mean, I'm sure there's a. I think it was a decent match, but off the match, we never mentioned the 3D graphics, which I really hate. Like,
Dude,
The
you're not
CGI.
the only one. I despise
yeah.
it.
And also, once again, sorry to get off topic, but Ryan, did you see anybody get AEW shirts confiscated from them?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I saw one. I think I saw maybe one or two. But yeah, I saw one. They told him to take it off. But here's one. I saw it was either Raw or SmackDown. I want to say it was
I think-
SmackDown.
was it
I
SmackDown?
want to say.
I saw one on SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown. Yeah, someone had an AEW shirt. He didn't get told to take it off. I don't think they caught him.
Oh,
But yeah, that's just stupid.
because I actually had a plan to go.
It's a shirt. People wear bullet clips.
Yeah.
You wore freaking
Yeah,
Bullet Club
yeah.
shirts in there, dude.
Yeah.
The SmackDown.
Freaking, I've seen Ring of Honor shirts in there.
I
You know?
guarantee
Yeah.
if a freaking Raw shirt, they wouldn't care.
No, I probably wouldn't.
WWE, like they're so petty.
They're petty and they're scared.
They're afraid. They're afraid of it.
They're afraid. That's where
That's-
they're trying to
that's
sign
that's-
people
it's-
back.
Shirts and there are like
It's-
merch shirts, you know.
Yeah,
It,
just merch.
it's like the same thing I said on Twitter. You know, okay, it's like if you go to a baseball game, basketball, football game, you see someone wearing visiting teams jersey or merchandise, whatever.
They don't
Yeah.
ask you to
No
take it
one
off.
tells them, because they have a right to be there. The same
We're
thing
the
with
fans.
AEW.
It reminded me of this episode of Seinfeld, and what happened was they were at a Yankees game, and the girl was wearing an Orioles shirt. Props to her, by the way. But she was wearing an Orioles shirt, and she's getting told by the fans to leave, and they're trying to get the security guard on her to get out of the game too because she had such an Orioles hat.
Wow.
Dude,
It's so funny and stuff.
it's
But
a
out of that.
shirt. Like, you should be.
People need the
You can't
idiots to
tell.
calm down.
Hey,
Yeah,
tell people to take off.
Don't get me started, please.
yeah.
Wait,
but out of that-
wait.
Ring of Honor events. I saw
Wait,
somebody wear a CM Punk shirt in Ring of
You
Honor
can't
event.
tell them to take off their shirts. It's their shirt. Like,
And I know what people are going to say.
Exactly,
oh,
Kels.
they don't want to appear on the television. You
I
allow
don't
Bullet
care.
Clubs to be shown on the freaking television, dude. God, next we're going to be wearing Kenny Omega shirts. Let the fans do what they freaking
Young
want.
Bucks shirts, right?
God.
Young Bucks, the biggest rivalries of WWE right now. They cease and desist them, and they're
This is
wearing your
ridiculous,
shirts.
man.
they wear
This is-
shirts.
I'll wear t-shirt concerns. I think the match
Let
was
the
okay.
fans wear what they want to wear. We
Kelsey's
pay our
also
honor.
Kelsey's also trying to say something.
Okay, go ahead, Kels.
Go
Well,
Kelsey.
I was saying how, like, at WWE events, there's always Ring of Honor, Bullet Club, Kenny shirts. They don't do about that. So, like, why should they take off their AEW shirts? Like,
Because
Well,
Vince is
I
scared
think
of
it's because,
competition.
Yeah, competition.
well, who cares? It's a damn shirt.
I even saw Cody's shirt in there. So.
Yeah.
I wore Bullet Club to SmackDown.
No,
And
let's mention these guys. There was on a pre-show panel during a pay-per-view. These guys all dressed up in CM Punk with the wrist tape, with the shirt, and walked by the panel and started like flopping their shirts. But they didn't get any punishment for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Vince is
Yeah.
scared of competition, folks.
Yeah.
But
The
out of
Bucks
that,
have him
match was
shook.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Back to the subject of the WWE title match because I think we forgot about that now.
Yeah.
Which I don't
Sorry.
blame you for because we were all tired about it.
Yeah.
I forgot who said what about what now.
It was me.
Okay, start with that. Okay, Andrew, yeah, your thoughts on the WWE title match?
I personally didn't care for it. I like fell asleep during halfway through the match because the crowd was so dead and so was I from the women's symbol. But I did see the ending where Eric Rowan came out and I'm like, what the hell is this? So yeah, basically it was. I didn't really watch most of the match because I literally fell asleep through it. But
Yeah.
the ones I did see, especially the ending, probably it wasn't a great match. It wasn't a terrible match, but it wasn't great either.
Hey,
Mediocre.
guys, I can't believe I would ever say this, but who would have thought that a WWE title match between wrestlers like Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles would be the sneeze break for us?
I know.
I can't believe I'm saying that. A sneeze break between
for
two
me.
of their wrestlers.
The women stole the show at the Rumble. That's all I'm
They
gonna
did.
say.
They did.
And then the WWE title match was the sneeze break. Hell, we were more invested in the Universal title match.
Even that match was better.
That lots of energy behind it.
Yeah.
I went.
My boy went in there and tore it down. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
I'm not gonna
scared.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. On our Skype, well, Willie, Steven, and myself and Andrew, we were all Skyping, and I completely I was just like, all right, I'm gonna look at Twitter. Let's see what kind of things happened. And I was kind of watching it, kind of watching it, but I'm also going on Twitter, so I'm just like, and all I see in Eric Rowan shows up. I'm like, Rowan, I don't care, and I just go like this. Okay, this is interesting, and I think everybody says it's a boring match, but then you get the ending.
Yeah.
It's what really caught people's eye.
I almost wanted to fall asleep. I'm like, can y'all wake me when it's over?
I was legit looking at Twitter for that entire match.
No,
Just so sad.
That was a Q&A session for everyone watching my stream. They're just all, I was there adding people on Xbox during my stream.
Crazy. But yeah, Amanda, that was your thoughts on the title match as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Which just leaves Steven, your thoughts on the WWE title match.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
No, I may actually have it short. I'm gonna be completely honest. The Daniel Bryan AJ Styles match, it was nowhere as good as their match at KELSEY. I'm gonna be totally honest. I was kind of doing a little bit of other stuff during it because, to be totally honest, I was completely exhausted from the women's Royal Rumble match to even try and pay half attention to that match for the majority of it. I mean, the Roman part showing up at the end confused me, but I was like, you know what? Okay, at least we're adding something interesting here. I think the number one problem with the Bryan and the Styles match was where it was placed on the card. If that Bryan and Styles match was placed, I don't know, maybe earlier in the show, or maybe if we move the Rumble to, I don't know, the main event. Maybe we wouldn't have too much of a problem, because the fact of the matter is, I nearly fell asleep halfway through it, partially because I was doing other stuff. But at the end of the day, I won't take any credit away from Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, because they're still two of the best regardless. I still think that someone else other than AJ Styles in this title match, but you know what? I'll let bygones be bygones. It happened. We're moving on. I'm glad Bryan retained, but Bryan, why did you have to go and make the title a piece of garbage? Because, dude,
it fits his character.
I am.
He killed Pinocchio. What did Pinocchio ever do to you, man?
I mean, seriously, Daniel Bryan, I'm pretty sure you killed Pinocchio. I know this is part of your character, but dude, you made the WWE title look like a piece of trash.
Daniel Bryan's basically just had a.
I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I hate talking bad about Brad, because you guys know I'm a huge Daniel Bryan mark. So I hate talking bad about Daniel Bryan, but sadly, it's the truth. I understand he's got Rowan to say his new bodyguard, but it happened. The match was not as good as it could be. Probably would have been more awake for it would have been put somewhere else on the card. But honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. All the Daniel Bryan they just make me want to go to sleep and be sad.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go on to the next match. This is a match I was shockingly more invested in than the WWE title match, and that was Brock Lesnar versus Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor for the Universal title, and we were more invested in that match.
Did you believe?
I believe.
Did everyone
believe?
I told you.
I believe.
Shield.
I believe.
For all the haters out there and the doubters, he made you believe.
Preach.
He was close.
Go for it, Willie. You go first.
I was shaking
jumping up
during
and
that
down
match.
during that.
You should see Mama Maracle. She doesn't like Finn Balor at all, and she kept yelling at him, "Come on, Finn, get back up. Let's go."
It's like my mom yelling at another football team to beat the Patriots, so it's not even. I'm not lying.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't like Adam. I don't like the Patriots either.
Yeah, but
I'm sure no.
yeah,
I
Willie.
think majority of people don't like him.
Yeah, but Willie, your thoughts on the Universal title match?
Oh boy, this match, man. It for what it was, man. Finn did great. Going in, I knew he wasn't gonna win. I knew it from the beginning. I knew he wasn't gonna win, but
And no, folks, this has nothing to do with the demon being not there.
No. I told you the demon wasn't showing up at all. He came out.
We also
and
got to
did
tell
his
you
thing.
that I told you to tell him something else. But
Yeah. The drop kicks from the very beginning. He went out there and he did his thing. The story, of course, was Brock, and his ribs and, his issues there. Brock no-sold the coup de grace, which pissed me off. I was so pissed off. I'm like, really? And then he locked him in the Kimura. I'm like, it's done. And then Finn tapped. I was like, oh, well, I was upset, man. I knew it wasn't going to happen. He did great. And then the beatdown afterwards legit just sucked me down low. I was like, really? Was that really needed?
Yeah, like here's what
you were mad.
Here's what I tweeted out.
Pissed.
I tweeted out about that. I'm like, come on, that was uncalled for. You already won the match. Just get the fuck out of our lives already.
You just read my mind.
Lesnar got
nail head.
3 German suplexes in F5. I'm like, fuck you, Brock. Seriously.
Yeah,
he
like
forgot the suplexes in the match. Actually, he forgot.
He
the
did,
suplexes
like-
in the match.
That no-soul of the coup de grace just like, ooh, God, just...
He
I
took
hate you, Brock.
he sold both the times he got thrown into the corner of the announce table, plus several stomps to the gut, but he didn't sell a coup de grace off the
And
friggin'
the
top
tope
rope.
suicidas.
Yeah. Like, come
And we
on,
was
man.
complimenting Brock on how stellar he is. Not anymore.
No, you no-sold the coup
He
de
did
grace.
actually. Well, he actually did. I will give him credit. Even on Monday night, not this Monday night, but the previous Monday night before, he actually when Finn Balor was when he flew over the top rope, went on to
Yeah.
that 3 times in the Rumble. But
Yeah,
Lesnar
that was
actually,
shocking.
he actually did put his head and his neck down forward. That way he could catch Balor. So I do give him credit to that.
Overall, the match was good. I enjoyed it for what it was. My boy didn't win, but it's all good. I got Becky Lynch for the Rumble, so
Yep.
at the end of the day, Finn, he's doing pretty well for himself. And then there was the picture afterwards of him backstage, which broke my heart.
Yeah.
And then now he's in a feud with Lashley for whatever reason.
Come on.
Hey,
Hey,
I think-
Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, he could
He
become
better.
the Intercontinental Champion, which is much more better than that Universal belt anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And yet people are upset about Finn going for the Intercontinental title. It's like, no, he should be going for the
Yeah.
Universal belt. I'm like,
Yeah.
the Intercontinental title
He
is.
should have won that last year.
It's like the Intercontinental
He
title is
should've won it
better.
last year.
Yeah.
Like, he should have won it last year at WrestleMania, but
As a Rollins fan myself, I object, but
we'll talk about him when we get to him.
There was a big silence.
Overall, I enjoyed Finn and Brock.
Yeah,
Great
anyway.
match. Will I go back and watch it? Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a match. My boy did great.
Kelsey, your
Made you
thoughts
believe.
on Brock versus Finn?
I mean, for what it was all right. I mean, Finn did amazing. He didn't get completely destroyed,
Yeah.
I mean, kind of, but I mean, at least it wasn't bad. But it was a decent match. I mean, some good spots. I know Finn wasn't gonna win, but I wanted
Yeah.
to.
I was legit frozen through the entire match.
Oh yeah, you were. You were just like sitting on edge
I literally didn't look at
on
my
pins
iPod
and
the
cushions,
entire
pins
time.
and needles.
I was like, okay, he's either gonna win or I swear to God, if they were to squash him, ooh, WWE, you would be getting a very angry person on here.
But I'm actually
thank
glad
God they
that
didn't squash him.
I'm glad they did not squash Finn. He got caught in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lost because he got
Screw
caught.
Brock for no selling the coup de grace. That made me sick. Man, that was a match.
I actually was so mad about Lesnar beating Finn that I actually just started playing Universe mode on 2K, and I made the first match of my Raw, Finn versus Lesnar. Finn beat the Universal title. Video game solves people, and they calls it too.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Finn's first loss in a pay-per-view, so that hurts.
That hurts, but oh well. And it had to be the Brock Lesnar of all people. That really irks me, but still.
You know,
Balor isn't buried. Just saying, Balor's not buried.
All right.
Moving on.
Ryan, your thoughts?
I really love this match. Willie,
Were you thinking about me?
Your request? Yeah. When Finn was doing his entrance, I was like, Willie, this is for you. Did you see that part?
I don't think I did. I gotta go back and watch it.
yeah, watch it because I did it for you. See, that was the first time I saw Balor's entrance live in person. It was pretty lit.
What is it like?
It's breathtaking.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's not as taking as the Undertaker, so, but
Ow.
But the match was really good itself. Finn went straight after Lesnar when he drop kicked Lesnar into the corner. And I was like, okay, Finn, go win that Universal title. And then I really hate it. I really had this strange feeling like they were going to do that to where they were going to make Balor tap. I'd much rather have him pinned than tap. But, I mean, I guess it is what it is. But without a doubt, Finn Balor took it to Brock Lesnar.
Here's the thing.
And then we were all kind of pissed after. We were pissed after Lesnar kept beating up Balor with those suplexes and everything.
I was just thinking someone was going to come out.
Yeah.
I was thinking Strowman.
Me too.
I was like, you suck, Lesnar.
In my live said here. Someone in my live said, "Here comes Kenny Omega." I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
Get the
shut
hell out of here.
Get out
But here
here.
comes Kenny Omega.
Jeff
I'm like,
Hardy
shut up.
Hey,
Oh,
speaking of
yes.
Omega, Kenny Omega comes crazy. We told you so.
Where's Kenny? What's that?
Where's Kenny?
Where's Kenny?
We told you so. We told you so. We told you so. We told you
We
so.
told y'all so.
Told you so. Wrong.
That's why you don't read the dirt
Or
sheets.
hang on. Or Edge from way back when. Wrong.
You were wrong.
Why
You were wrong.
don't believe everything you read on the internet?
Thank
Exactly.
you, Kelsey. Don't always believe you real on the internet, folks.
But always believe us.
Yes, believe us.
Yeah.
Even though we have
Because we're
Believe in us.
don't believe us.
We believed in Finn Balor, so you should believe in us.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
just
Dean Ambrose is not leaving. Don't
No,
believe that.
y'all are getting played, folks.
I know.
I'm just
He's
kidding.
facing.
Well, we'll see
Maybe
what
he might
happens.
face Triple H.
all right.
We'll see what
Jeff
happens.
Hardy and Finn Balor, Demon Finn Balor, need to have a tag team and be called the Obsolete Demons. That'd be wonderful.
Oh my God.
Wonderful.
WWE, listen to Adam's Wrestling Show right now.
They listened to me on the T-Rex idea. I have another good one for you.
Yes, we need Brother Nero and the Demon King, huh?
Apparently, Jeff
Oh,
Hardy
man.
is Brother Nero. Apparently, I don't know.
All right. Anyway,
Or Willow.
Amanda, your thoughts on the Universal title match?
Holy crap, I was sitting on edge on this match, buddy. I was just like, oh. Like, every time Finn would get off and I'm like, come on, take it to him, and you just don't let up. That's what you do to Lesnar. You have to keep on hitting him. If he starts that, it means you're doing your job. You just keep on hitting him till it counts. I would rather have him get pinned. I would rather have him done that, but catching him into the Kimura, I'm like, okay, game. I knew that was the finish, and I'm like, oh, we have to get another match here, and I was in that moment where I was like, oh crap, I saw Lesnar actually let him get his stuff in, and I was just so happy. And another thing was that this match had everybody on their seats because they
It had everyone on their seats, man. It was great.
Because it was either oh shit, Lesnar's winning, or oh shit, or holy effing shit, Balor's gonna win. I was in that camp of Balor's gonna win, and I might hear a breakdown from Willie on Skype.
Seats.
I was sitting.
I would have been on cloud nine if Finn would have won.
Like
I
Amanda.
was sitting on pins and needles throughout the whole.
Yeah, it's like Amanda said. When you're facing Brock Lesnar, the one thing you gotta do is keep going. That's the one thing I kept telling Finn was hit him again, keep going, don't stop,
Or
keep
use
going.
those stairs.
And
They
here's the
just
thing.
want to make
just-
us believe
just
that
look at-
Seth Rollins can do it.
Example of that.
Good luck with that.
The minute that Lesnar got started staggering, I'm like, come on, Finn, come on. Focus. Do not
I was really
pay
chanting at
attention
my
to that.
TV.
Do not pay attention to the Lawless. Just pay attention to Brock. Don't pay attention to anybody else. Just
Yeah, I mean, here's an
you
example.
can do it.
Just learn from Roman Reigns, right? At SummerSlam, back at SummerSlam in 2018, Roman didn't even wait for the bell ring to hit that first Superman punch.
Yeah,
He's like,
I know
"Oh,
Balor did.
Balor hit the drop kicks. Yeah,
Didn't even wait for Brock to turn
Guys
around, which is a
moved in.
good thing.
But here's the thing. I'm actually giving it a 4 because that match was so much fun.
Yeah, up and down.
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
The
see.
emotional spectrum too was just like, oh crap, and you got
You know-
why?
Adam.
You know,
That's
it
all
kind
right.
of. I was just gonna say real quick. It kind of reminded me a lot of when Lesnar took on Samoa Joe,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that was a
when
That
Joe
was
just went right after Lesnar.
Yeah. It's that Finn can't slam Brock through a table.
Adam.
We
did I-
wish.
Did I ask your thoughts about it or no?
You did. I just kind of jumped in with a few.
Oh,
points,
okay.
but, about what Amanda said about it, always keeping you out of your seat. It's either I need to break my TV because Brock Lesnar's going to win, or I'm going to break my TV by accident. Finn Balor's going to win. The thing I enjoy about Lesnar matches, even though they end up in squashes a little bit towards the end, is everyone just sits there like, yeah, we know Brock's going to win. But whenever that bell rings, every opponent just jumps out in the gate and just absolutely Superman punches, the corner drop kicks, just everything. They always bring their
It's a
best.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan actually played the mind games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he played
he
the
played-
mind games.
And then the low blows. When I know we're not talking about Survivor Series, but when I did see that low blow, I jumped up and down like saying,
Oh,
"This
dude,
is
I
it.
legit
This
thought
is
Daniel
it.
had him.
This is it."
Yep.
And,
All right.
but, it was an okay match.
Yeah, that was good. Andrew, your thoughts on the
That's
Universal
actually,
title match?
hey, that's actually the day we met, Willie.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew,
The match. It was fast paced. Had me on the edge of my seat. Yes, it pissed me off when Brock Lesnar no-sold the coup de grace, but the way that Brock Lesnar
Yes.
countered Finn Balor like that, like the scary quickness, scared me. And the look they
Oh,
had,
dude, yeah.
the look they had on
That's a meme.
that look he had on his face when he had been on that Kimura lock reminded me of 2013 when he did it to Mark Henry.
I legit thought he was going to break his arm. I was like, if he breaks Balor's arm,
But yeah, Finn Balor held his own at times. I was like on the edge of my seat. I've never been so involved into a match whenever it involves Brock Lesnar.
I mean, Brock did want to work with him, and it showed.
Brock, but it was unnecessary for him to attack Finn Balor like that. And we'll get to the future WrestleMania match when we discuss the Royal Rumble match. But yeah, I'm pissed off because look at that. So, yeah, about a 3.2 match for me. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't
I was
actually
going to agree myself.
all right. And Steven, finally your thoughts on the Universal title match?
Oh, wait.
I loved this match.
Yes.
Honestly, for a sub 10-minute match, this was literally just about everything I could have asked for. Finn Balor coming straight out of the gate to attack the Beast was exactly what he needed to do. And literally, I think for the first, I don't know, what was it, 75% of that match, it was all Finn Balor just taking it to Brock Lesnar. You name it, Finn Balor was trying to hit it on the Beast. Literally, he shoved him gut first into the edge of the announce table, not once but twice. And Brock, thank you for selling it, because literally he was selling it in the ring, trying to hit German suplexes. He was literally so damaged that during the match he couldn't, which is why it irritated me so much afterwards. Well, I'll talk about that in a minute. Finn Balor literally did every single thing he could to try and keep the Beast down for the first 75% of that match. Of course, after he hit the coup de grace, even I thought I was like, this match, it's good. It's at least 2 if he is going to win it. So when Brock Lesnar kicked out, I wasn't surprised. But once he got fit into that Kimura, literally my mind thought, yeah, my mind thought, oh shit, he's gonna tap. Because the thing is, though, I know it's WWE, but I know how painful an actual commitment is. So I was like, Finn's gonna tap, and I'm not gonna blame him for it because honestly, Finn Balor, you put out one hell of a fight with Beast. I don't care what anybody says.
Thank you.
Finn Balor, I believe in Finn because Finn Balor proved that he can hang with the Beast. If anyone said
Thank you.
Yeah. WWE and Brock Lesnar and Finn Balor himself have proved you completely wrong. Finn Balor did excellent in this match. Now, of course, I was pretty irritated myself when Brock Lesnar beat him up after the bell, especially
me too.
suplex. Sir, weren't you just selling your ribs during the match and not doing German suplexes? So why are you doing this now?
That's what I was wondering. Why are you doing German suplexes?
But that's the side point. He literally decided to beat up Finn Balor after the bell. And honestly, when he was starting beating up Finn Balor, my mind was kind of thinking, okay, let's see Strowman so we can see this standoff happen. But it didn't happen. But honestly, I'm actually going to throw in a little tidbit because Willie, I believe you, me, and Amanda have been talking about this a lot recently. Finn Balor actually lost. But it's the rumor match at WrestleMania that Finn Balor may be having that really has me intrigued.
Which really gets me excited.
Because here's the thing. Finn Balor is still going to WrestleMania. It's just not in the capacity that a lot of people think. The rumor has, and I hope WWE makes this happen, it is rumored that Undertaker may be having his final match at WrestleMania this year.
Yes.
And that match is rumored to be The Undertaker
what a
versus
freaking
Demon
present for me.
and Willie,
career.
You know I'm both a huge Undertaker mark and a huge Finn Balor. If you give me
hold up a second. You kind of lagged out. You kind of lagged out a little bit. Repeat what match that was.
At the same time, I can't understand.
Sorry about that question. If we might get Demon Finn Balor versus The Undertaker, I have a huge Undertaker mark and a huge Finn Balor mark. They're actually number 3 on my list of my favorite wrestlers, respectively. Number 2, of course, being Daniel Bryan. But if you guys give me The Undertaker versus WrestleMania, you are giving me a match that I promise you I will be on the edge of my seat. Wanting to know how that match goes, regardless of how bad or how good it is. I will love that match regardless.
Wait, hold up. So,
Balor, you proved yourself to me. Go to WrestleMania and put The Undertaker to bed for good because Undertaker.
I'm sorry, I couldn't. I tried to keep a straight face, but I just could not keep a straight face from the moment I heard Finn Balor versus Undertaker.
Kristen, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, Steven. It's okay. I like your thoughts.
Can we get to the last match?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to the last one.
Oh, wasn't I happy with the Royal Rumble?
Let's pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, Kelsey, you go first for the men's Royal Rumble match. I'm going to try to compose myself.
Hang on. Kelsey, can I help you?
You motherfuckers had the fucking nerve.
Oh boy.
We do have the nerve.
Of all people, to eliminate Drew. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, no,
Drew should have been Final 4.
Drew should have been the final 2. Drew should have been the final 2 and the final 1.
Listen,
We're listening.
I love Seth Rollins. Don't get me wrong, but I'm so sick and tired of him always being.
Go off.
Go off.
Wait, no.
She is going off. You're just interrupting her.
I am so sick of Seth Rollins being like pushed. Like, this was Drew. That was Drew's moment. And Drew's moment, right? And it got ruined by fucking curly-headed fucking fucker Dolph Ziggler.
Whoa.
Well, he was doing
Wait, I went to the comedy show afterwards.
Well, he needs to stay over there and fuck off.
Okay.
Okay, right.
He ruined Drew McIntyre's moment.
You mean, yeah, he did actually. Wait till we get to me.
Dreaming broken
If it wasn't for
dreams.
him,
Let
I feel
me.
like if it wasn't for him, Drew probably would have. But other than that, the men's Royal Rumble match was good. But other than that, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
My husband, Pete, Alistair, Drew. Oh my god, I was dying.
I was literally thinking Kelsey's gonna die.
We were.
It was so good, and like Drew and Pete were like fighting each other, and I was like, oh my god.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, Kelsey die now.
But the match in general was good. So yeah.
Yeah.
The winner, not so much.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's let Adam go next.
Yeah, Adam, you go next.
All right. Well, we clearly have the man, Seth freaking Rollins, and once they drop those Beast Slayer shirt, you're a bet on picking one up. But out of that, the Royal Rumble was actually very fast paced. Drew McIntyre should have been final too. I guess he just wasn't dreaming broken dreams. And
Wow.
yeah, and it was when Ziggler came into the Rumble, it was out of time that McIntyre was going to say goodbye. Come on, his whole theme song is just perfect to describe his match in the Rumble this year. But I like the entrance. They sent them out very fast. Jeff Jarrett coming in was a shock. That was so bizarre.
Don't remind me of JFF, JARR, J, whatever. How do you
I was
spell
about to do it.
Do it. Just do it.
All right. Well, how about you guys spell with me? JEFF JS double T. Just yeah. See, you guys want to talk about Rollins being? Let's talk about Braun Strowman. Rollins can wrestle. I know Strowman brought us most of our extreme moments over the last 2 years.
Wow.
Right? Strowman has brought us some of our most OMG moments, but it is a freaking outrage for them just to be pushed to the moon. Like, come on, he wins almost everything. He can't wrestle. He's just basically a slop. I mean, don't get me wrong. He can do those kippy ups really good against Big Show. Yeah, that was a big OMG move. But I don't like how he lasts to the last of everything. Like, Rollins can actually wrestle. He had the destiny to wrestle. It's just Braun Strowman. We saw him in the bar. Let's sign this guy because he's big.
Nice.
That's my intake on Strowman, and I was really happy to see him get curb stomped out of the Rumble. I love how apron curb stomp is what needs to happen to Lesnar, and we are going to see a few of those apron curb stomps at Mania.
Yeah.
That is a guarantee.
Hey,
I'm not laughing if Seth Rollins loses.
Hey, Adam.
I'm happy for Rollins, and I think that he is going to be the one to slay the beast. He has
If I
slayed
see
the
Roman
king.
Reigns interfere in that match, I swear to God.
Like,
Me too.
here's the one.
I'm gonna
Hey,
scream.
Adam.
I
Adam,
can't
I got
wait
a
to
question
see
for you.
Yeah.
Do you still think it's a complete outrage that, they just call it the stomp, not the curb stomp?
Oh, it's a freaking out.
Oh, look, he learned his lesson from Infinity War.
Good job. Pats on head.
He learned his lesson.
Yeah, the demonetization. Woohoo. The curbs, it's called a curb stomp, not a. And I like how the match turned out. I like the competitors in it. Kurt Hawkins eliminating someone, that's wonderful. I think everyone got a jump from that. Seeing the Titus they reference the slide again. I did lots of referencing in this match. Yeah.
Adam?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
14.
Wow, I thought
You thought he was what,
What do you
10?
think I am?
Nicholas's age?
I thought you were like 15 or 16.
Oh, wow. People usually say I'm 12 or 11.
I guess that too.
Yeah, but out of that, like they start the entrance very fast, of course, and it's because it's going midnight time in Eastern. I had school the next day, and that really hit me hard. Staying up watching it,
don't remind me.
live streaming it, I was just a slump walking through the hallway, basically need to be dragged at this point. But, I enjoyed it.
What happened to Adam? Oh, Royal Rumble.
What did you say? Can't really.
I said, what happened to Adam? Why are you dragging him? Oh,
yeah. And Rollins won too, so he flipped his chair a few times and broke the TV and set the house on fire. And celebration.
You burned it down?
Yeah, I burned it down.
He burned his house down.
my thing about Rollins is, you watched my vlog from 2017 at WWE Live. I literally lost my voice screaming when his name hit.
Yeah.
It just,
Okay.
I enjoyed the Rumble. I hope Rollins can slay the beast, and out of that, I enjoyed it. Next person.
All right, Ryan, your thoughts on the Royal Rumble match and the winner?
All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so happy Seth Rollins. Oh my God, yes, let's go.
Rollins.
No.
No.
Uh,
No.
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 No. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Connor, hang on. Hey, Connor, where you at, man?
Where's Connor? Yeah.
Oh, good. But yeah, so yeah, I did meet Seth Rollins at Access earlier that day, but I did predict him to win the Rumble. So, overall, this matchup was really good. My main thing was this: have Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins be the last two to make it unpredictable. Once when Dolph Ziggler super kicked McIntyre went over the top, I knew it was immediately predictable who was going to win. I mean,
Please don't get me started, guys.
Wait. Me.
I'm gonna take it to me.
I mean,
Let you get to me.
Listen, overall, I thought this was, I do feel like it's kind of rushed, but I enjoyed it. I know some are definitely happy, some are not, and that's perfectly okay. I definitely respect everyone's opinions, but I think Seth Rollins winning it was absolutely, it was incredible. Some may not like it, but I'm looking forward to Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. Drew will definitely get a
The
shot.
storyline I predicted is coming true.
His time is coming very soon. I hope Seth Rollins slay the beast. Go get that Universal title, Seth.
No.
Hope you get it. So congratulations to Seth.
Well, I mean, he's better than Brock.
Basically, my reaction.
Anyone at this point is better than Brock.
He's better than Brock. So.
That towel is better than Brock.
Yeah, but overall,
Towel.
great
Hey.
match.
Oh.
So congratulations to Seth. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yay.
Go.
Andrew, your turn.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Grab the popcorn.
All
I'm
right.
done, Nuggets.
Hang on, let me go
All right.
real fast.
All right. You have Drew McIntyre who's so dominant in the Royal and going into the Royal Rumble. Then you have fucking Dolph Ziggler involved. Eliminate him. Maybe sure you could eliminate him when he was like in the final four, but no, you got eliminated before he can reach number 30. So yeah, and then when Bobby Lashley came in the ring, I think he botched his elimination by letting go on the rope.
He did.
And the Royal Rumble surprise appearances: Johnny Gargano, Alistair.
Yes.
Alistair.
Me and Steven marked out hard for Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I saw Candice LeRae, I'm like, "Yep, Johnny's here. Johnny is here." But then I knew Alistair was going to show up. But here's what also pisses me off: out of all the people that eliminated Alistair Black, you have fucking Corbin eliminate him like he was nothing.
I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't have a problem with that.
You mean Charlie Brown?
I'm
And of all the people have bum-ass Dean Ambrose eliminate Johnny. Hell, you could have Mustafa Ali eliminate Johnny. I wouldn't have minded that.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm calm.
Samoa Joe eliminates Mustafa, gets to eliminate Mustafa Ali. That makes perfect sense because there was a storyline going on between them. Dolph Ziggler kind of made sense because Drew knows they're going to steal Cage and almost ended his career, which
better than
I thought it
Kurt
did,
Angle
actually,
eliminating him.
storyline-wise.
Better
I mean,
than Kurt Angle eliminating him.
and Bobby Lashley attacking Seth Rollins after he got eliminated. That
I
makes
thought that story was going to come true. That Brock, that last year was going to, somehow throw Rollins out of the ring. But it didn't happen.
Okay, number 2. Okay, Elias started at number 1. Okay, of all the people that entered number 2, Jeff Jarrett. Come on, people.
J-E double F.
Don't start.
Double T.
I kind of enjoyed it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Too, but
Elias got buried.
actually,
Sure.
Jeff Jarrett. I mean, like he hit Jeff Jarrett in the back with the guitar and eliminated him. And then Kurt Angle, you have bum ass Kurt Angle. I hate to say that about him. He was only there for an appearance. They got eliminated by Shinsuke Balls and Laura.
A much more better name would be Nutsamora.
Glow, glowing, bro.
I'm calm.
All right.
But Seth Rollins is so predictable winning. I knew as soon as Seth Rollins come out, I'm like, yep, there's the winner. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Here's the
Mike was
thing.
muted.
Go ahead.
I'll actually go for my thoughts on this. There's one thing I really want to talk about. One thing I praised extremely well, and that was Nia Jax.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed that, to be honest.
Here's the thing, people. I know
people.
I know not a lot of people were happy with it because people don't like Nia Jax. But think about this: the fans asked for shocking and unpredictable stuff to happen, and they got it.
Yeah.
Because nobody
Well,
would have.
back
I guarantee, even halfway through that match, even before number 30 showed up, nobody would have predicted that Nia Jax would be competing in 2 consecutive Rumble matches in the same night and eliminate a female and even a male. Yes, she's the one who eliminated Mustafa Ali. But still, think about this. She's the first person to make an elimination in both the men's and women's Rumble match in the same night. She made
Phoenix. Oh, not the same night.
more
She took an RKO.
She made more history than anybody else did, and maybe even Rumble history.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hang on. Willie, can I go next, please?
Yeah, sure.
Can I agree?
Of course. I want to. Let's save Steven for last because my rant's gonna be a little bit. Just not that big.
All right, Amanda, you go.
Okay. What
Under 5
in
points.
God's name were you guys thinking eliminating McIntyre with Dolph
Oh, boy.
frickin' Ziggler? Oh my God! You guys had one job. You guys, I would have had Rollins eliminate his ass, but no, y'all had to botch that one immediately when Dolph Ziggler came in. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I immediately thought, oh, here we go with like McIntyre eliminating him. Nope. I thought it was gonna be like him coming, like you go out, you go, and that kind of moment. But then again, it was like that. I got so rage-inducing. I'm just like, I saw red for about a couple seconds, and I'm like, what in God's name is going on? And unfortunately, I had to step away just a little bit for like family circumstances. I muted my mic, but I still was in the call. I could still type, and I'm going, what the hell's going on? I'm not gonna. I thought yes, Rollins did. Like I figured Rollins was coming. I'm like, all right, come on, let's go. All I could think about was, all right, I pat you on the head and send Rollins on his way. Go fight Beastie and go
Beastie.
But and then you get it's just McIntyre should have been to beat Lesnar. Lesnar, that big man match. Oh, and also the way that McIntyre can move can surprise me. And that is just and a couple of other things I marked out for. Again, Pete Dunne. I screeched. I'm like, yes! And the same with Johnny Gargano. No, okay, for Pete Dunne, I actually said, oh my God, I gotta tell Kelsey legit words. And I'm like, get her to call, damn it now. I don't care if she's at my friend's house. And
Willie's just like, yep, it happened.
And I just didn't know it was coming. And I with McIntyre, I'm like, uh-oh. And Nia Jax was a welcome surprise. I'm like, it was like that shocking moment. I'm like, huh? But then it kind of made sense story-wise. I'm like, okay, you're kind of getting Nia's heat back because you're But here's the thing, like, you let her take finishers. That's awesome. Okay, hey, look, intergender wrestling is a thing just for a little bit. Hey guys, everybody's equal. Who cares about the feminist shit? Sorry. And you get equality gets thrown out the window. I'm like, just equality is just bull crap in wrestling sometimes.
Yeah,
I understand.
It really is, actually. And I'm a big fan of the women's wrestling for what it stands for. And just sometimes it's just it gets worse down my throat. Same with Rollins. Rollins is sometimes a little bitter taste in my mouth. Sometimes I'm just like, nope, I'm not. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, Rollins, I hope you get the job I hope you get the job done, boy. If you're a Sin, I hope you know how to. I hope you brought a tranquilizer gun for that beat. And
for a minute.
And I'm actually praising Rollins. Yeah, but here's the thing. He also won like Roman Reigns back then, and I'm sad. And and it's just got me annoyed to the point where I was just like, F this. I'm here for it, and you guys better give McIntyre a good storyline. Damn it! I'm gonna be very mad.
You gotta love how like McIntyre and Gargano get eliminated by guys who are potentially threatening to leave the company. You know.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. And also Jeff Jarrett, go screw yourself. Sorry, I love Elias. If anybody on my Twitter could attest.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a fun match.
Yeah.
I'll give it 3.5.
All right.
Speaking of Rollins, what was the deal with Brock Lesnar trying to kill him on Monday night?
6 F5s. That's literally reminiscent of. It took 6 F5s for
6 F5s to the guy.
It took 6 F5s for Brock to defeat Roman at WrestleMania, so that's kind of reminiscent.
All you have to do is probably
One
top
thing
the
about
guy's head
Rollins-
up, and then he'll be done.
But
One
yeah,
thing about Rollins is that he's a great seller through the F5.
yeah,
He's a great seller, but he's not.
He's
believable.
wrestled Brock before.
yeah, twice. He's had 2 matches with Brock.
He has.
And what happened? And what happened to? Hang on, Adam. What happened to those times?
What times? Like the heel Rollins?
Mhm.
Oh, all those times. Well, Seth Royal Rock, he put Rock through a table, but that failed, and Brock got back up and won, and then the cash-in happened, and Rollins curb stomped Rock and Roman and won. So therefore, that's the point for Rollins. In that payback, we had the gun, and the Undertaker saved Rollins from dying.
Hang on.
Yeah.
So, and also,
Taker, get out of here, Taker.
and also,
Yeah, right.
Also, how is Lesnar a threat? Wait, how is right now? All he sees is a dinner waiting to happen. All he sees is a 5-course meal with
Just
dessert
wait till
and
you get to me. Just wait.
and how do y'all think that feels? Saying, "Oh, he's not a threat." Hello, we had a threat in the ring, but y'all neutralized it about 5 seconds in, about 10 minutes in.
All right.
Won't happen, but I have one thing to say. Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta. Field.
All right.
Dead.
Yeah. Heel Balor, it's
Shield's
your
dead.
turn.
Shield is dead. Let the past die.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kill it if you have to.
Damn. Alrighty.
Sorry, Amanda's mad.
Oh, it's all good. I know you've been waiting to say that, but
All right.
it's time for the Heelers to Balor's opinions on the Kingslayer winning the Royal Rumble. Before we get into that, let me talk about the Royal Rumble itself. I really enjoyed this Rumble. I think, in my opinion, was it better than last year? Was the Men's Rumble better than last year? Yes, it was.
Yes.
You had new faces.
Yes.
New faces came that we didn't see, and then there was Kurt. No, but who cares? And Jeff Jarrett, who cares? Better than that, we got new faces. You had my boy
Kurt
Johnny
who?
Gargano.
You marked it out.
Dunn. Pete freaking Dunn. Aleister Black. And the man who I was really surprised to make to the Final Four, Andrade Cien Almas.
Mm-hmm.
Goons.
But of course, let's talk about the big one. Let's talk about the big one, Seth Rollins. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I do not hate Seth Rollins. It is the push that this man is getting. But this little thing that he got, in my opinion, I don't care at this point. He's going to get pushed because of Roman Reigns. You cannot deny that.
And merchandise.
Becky's, no offense, dude, I think Becky outsells him.
Becky.
I think Becky's
also,
like,
yeah.
I think yeah, I think she's outselling. I think she's outselling Cena, of course.
Outselling everyone.
But yeah, man, Rollins winning the Rumble. We all saw it coming. We all saw it coming from a mile away. As soon as he entered at number 10. Number 10. I'm looking at Wikipedia right now.
It was
on number 10.
Hooray! No Ty Dillinger.
I thank God it wasn't number 1. I was legit thinking, here comes Rollins. But it was Elias and then Jeff Jarrett and that stuff passed. And then Rollins won, and I literally looked at my camera. I'm like, I told you so, and then I went to bed. No reaction. I'm happy for him. Congratulations, Seth.
My chair.
Yeah, me too.
I don't care at this point. It takes the title off Brock. I don't care if a mop comes into WWE and takes the title off Brock. You know? I just had to put that in. But of course, y'all want my opinions on Drew.
Hey, at least you can wipe the floor with Lesnar.
And everyone wants my opinions on Drew McIntyre. You had one job, WWE. You had one job and you freaking ruined it because of Dolph Ziggler, who should be out of the company. You should be signed with AEW. But you had to have him in there and have him of all people, eliminate Drew McIntyre. I get it. I get why it was done, storyline purposes. But didn't Drew McIntyre end your career, quote unquote, inside of a steel cage? Yeah, that's what I thought. And you coming in out of nowhere. This is the second time you come out of nowhere in a Royal Rumble. And you eliminate somebody I actually like. Good job. Good job.
And hang on, I gotta say one other thing. Omega. Hey, Omega fans, where's your golden boy? Where's the one-winged angel?
Oh yeah,
he's sitting on his high horse with his giant ass sword. He is.
Hey, speaking of Omega, his contract runs out today.
Yeah, since we're recording this, Kenny Omega's contract runs out today. We don't know where he's going, but we'll find out later on. But Drew McIntyre being by Dolph Ziggler. When I saw that, legit,
you nearly screamed.
Steven legit described my reaction.
You screamed? You yelled?
I was legit pissed.
We all throw a tent.
You were legit pissed.
I was legit so. And then,
so was I. You know,
and then
how hard I got.
Rollins and Braun. I kind of had this feeling that Braun was going to be on the floor. But when it came down to Rollins and Braun, I was like, I know where they're going with this. There were points I was like, okay, Braun, just throw him over. Just do a few power slams and toss the little guy over. But it didn't happen. Curb stomp happened, and then Rollins did not get the loudest pop of the night. People to Becky Lynch. Don't ask me. And now everyone's thinking, okay, Rollins against Brock again. They're bringing in the leukemia storyline to get, sympathy or whatever. I don't know why they're doing that. It's kind of stupid, but I really am excited where they're going to go with this. And do I think Rollins could beat Brock? And do I think he's going to beat him? We'll find out. I mean, in my opinion, legit enough. That's just me. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, but Finn Balor wasn't legit. AJ Styles wasn't legit. Daniel Bryan wasn't legit. Here's the thing.
Hold up a second. Can anyone else hear that?
Yeah.
What is I'm hearing that. What is that?
Frequency noise.
Yeah.
Your static's back.
God dang it. Yeah. All right, better?
Yeah. You were saying, Willie?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I was saying about how people think Rollins is credible enough at Brock and think I know, Christian, you and I were talking about this a few weeks ago, how Brock and Rollins, that wouldn't look, I guess, credible, is what you said? Like Rollins isn't a credible threat to Brock. And how, that's just my opinion. I'm not hating on the guy whatsoever. I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of it. I don't hate the guy. I think he's a fantastic in-ring worker. I'm a fan of the guy.
Me too.
But this thing is really, really getting out of control. And the fans who think, everyone has an opinion, ladies and gentlemen. That Rollins or Becky Lynch is being shoved in our faces when Seth Rollins is technically doing the same thing. Not him. It's WWE.
Yeah, of course.
The man's just doing his job.
And Seth is just more likable than Reigns.
Yeah, way more likely than Reigns.
Mhm.
Rollins, if he beats Brock, he's gonna get a humongous pop, and it's gonna be cool for me. I like Rollins. I hope he wins, and him winning the Royal Rumble was cool. It was cool. Congratulations to him.
Anyone but Brock. What I gotta say.
You were saying?
I said hashtag anyone but Brock. That's all you gotta say.
Anyone but Brock at this time, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got to say. Congratulations to the Kingslayer.
And finally,
some ass at Birthday Mania.
Yep, and then finally, Steven.
I am so mad right now. First of all, Seth Rollins fans, you happy now? You happy that you're going on the Rumble? Are you happy? Because Seth Rollins fans, you guys fucking disgust me. Seth Rollins should not have won the Royal Rumble, and even you guys fucking know it. I am so livid that Seth Rollins. I mean, congratulations to the guy, all the credit in the world and all that. But my God, Drew McIntyre should have won the Royal Rumble match, and everybody in this call, including you, Adam, knows.
Yeah, I do. It's McIntyre's time.
I know. I know. I'll be fine. Just let me rant. With Dolph Ziggler.
Go, Steven.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at least give
This is
McIntyre
awkward.
the Intercontinental title at Mania.
The Intercontinental title, then, Balor will probably fight The Undertaker. I was going to say, what is Finn going to do?
Give McIntyre
Alright,
the Intercontinental.
I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you were still ranting?
Yeah, I'm still ranting. When Drew McIntyre got eliminated by Dolph Ziggler, I nearly punched out my TV because I was
he did. He did.
I was so angry over Drew McIntyre being eliminated. Why is Dolph Ziggler of all people?
It's like
I'll
Daniel
eliminate
Bryan.
McIntyre? Dolph Ziggler, go away. Go away. Get out of WWE. Go to AEW. I don't care. Just go away. The fact that you eliminated one of my boys in this company, Drew McIntyre,
Oh, yeah.
makes
Shoot.
me fucking sick. But Drew should have been in the final two. Seth winning the Rumble. You know what? I'll deal with it. You know what? At least it's not. I don't know, Jinder Mahal or Baron Corbin. Ooh, speaking of Baron Corbin,
Baron Corbin, why did you...
Baron Corbin eliminated one of my boys, Aleister Black, in that match. I marked out hard when Aleister Black showed up.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Because as far as Rumble itself, with the exception of Drew's elimination, Baron eliminating Aleister, not showing the Rumble. I'll talk about that in just a second.
I
But
didn't get my thoughts on that. That's all good. I thought it was cool, though.
But other than that, the Rumble itself, was it better than last year's? Yes, it was. I will admit, a lot of it was really
Bell to
good.
bell fun.
Now here's the thing: JEFFJA. Fuck that! Fuck that! Stupid
Hell
trash.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Why the hell are you here? Especially at number 2, dealing with Amanda's boy Elias. Why are you here dealing with Elias? I am so glad that Elias chucked your old, still be retired ass out of the Rumble because, god damn it, Jeff Jarrett.
Don't forget alcoholic too.
I'm so glad that Elias Sash out of the Rumble, but honestly, the surprise entrance, loved them all. Pop Tart,
Me too.
Pop Tart for Black. Pop seriously hard.
Oh, yeah, he did it. He done.
Yeah, pop seriously hard for Pete
There was
Dunne.
no undisputed era for me.
Gargano.
Moving on.
Gargano. But Gargano?
It was
Honestly,
Gargano, but still, I was waiting for Shock the System to hit.
Kurt Angle, I love you, but But you shouldn't have
Kurt
been.
Angle of all people. Why?
I gotta give some credit to Samoa Joe for giving me the most hilarious elimination of the entire night by eliminating No Hey Jose. That made me laugh out.
Jose's eliminated faster than Santino's.
No.
Hey, how about Drew McIntyre? How about Drew McIntyre eliminating the New Day as soon as they entered the ring?
dude, Drew McIntyre eliminated the New Day was awesome.
Yeah. That was mwah, mwah, mwah.
Drew McIntyre is like the shrine of the Royal Rumble this year. He should have won it, but he got eliminated at not even the Final Four. It's 2015 all over again, but with McIntyre.
Oh my!
I think the crowd wanted Rollins to win.
The best Final Four. I mean, Amanda, I really told you this. That Final Four, Seth, Drew, Mustafa, and Alistair. Yeah, that was just my personal opinion. Unfortunately, as soon as someone announced the match, I was not surprised that Braun went to the Final Four because they're still trying to push Braun Strowman. Dude, Braun Strowman.
I was waiting for a Braun Strowman and knock Jack's face off, but it didn't happen.
I know, and speaking of Nia Jax, I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this, but I'm going to say it. Nia Jax entered the Rumble at number 30. WWE, this is your big surprise. This.
I like it.
I like it.
Big.
I thought it was cool.
I like it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
No. Let me explain because I've actually got a valid reason for this.
All right.
Okay.
Do I have a problem with Nia Jax entering the Rumble at number 30 and being the first person to compete in both the women's and the men's Rumble on the same night?
No.
No, I don't. I do not have a problem with Nia doing that. Nia can make all the history she wants. Now, the reason why she's making history is something I've got a little bit of a problem with. But here's the thing: Nia Jax. Nia Jax, what was the big surprise? You couldn't have given me something like, I don't know, a Batista return.
Adam Cole.
That wouldn't have been shocking.
Adam Cole attacking R-Truth. I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I know.
I apologize for interrupting. I really apologize for interrupting. But unfortunately, if it was a Batista return or someone like Adam Cole or something like that, or Rock or whoever, Stone Cold. Here's the thing. That would have been predictable and not shocking because people were expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
I know.
People ask for unpredictability.
Sometimes predictable is okay.
Well, no, that's why I was going to continue. You couldn't have surprised me with something like, I don't know, someone other than Seth or Drew, or Braun winning the Rumble. That would have been a big surprise
What
to
if
everybody.
Kofi Kingston won the Rumble? That would have been shocking.
What if Mustafa Ali ended up winning the damn thing?
Actually, here's the better question.
You two get my point.
Actually, here's a better question now. What if Braun, Drew, and Seth were all eliminated before number 30 showed up, and the final two came down to... Final four was Andrade, Mustafa Ali...
Gargano.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Johnny Gargano and Jeff Hardy.
Oh, Hardy, I would have rooted
I would have had Hardy.
There's your big surprise right there. Someone other than Seth, Drew, or Braun, they all got eliminated before number 30 hit, and you have those four in the ring to decide who wins the Rumble. Then you got a big surprise. Yeah. Now, honestly, I think I've gotten the majority of my rage out, but I actually have one final thing that I want to say, and it is regarding Nia Jax entering the Rumble.
All right.
The reason I think Nia Jax ended up being the big surprise in entering the Rumble was because of WWE's penchant for trying to do this equality stuff.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started, please. Don't get me started, Alan.
It's okay. I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible. In terms of the equality stuff, I absolutely applaud the fact that WWE is trying to do equality stuff. But the thing is, though, I think what they're trying to do to get there is
dirty. Is doing it dirty.
We'll put it this way: like giving something like Charlotte, giving the women their own pay-per-view. I was cool with that. I like that idea.
Me too.
Give the women a chance to shine. I like the fact giving women main events on pay-per-views now. I like that. Like, I'll have to get back
We
to
will
Charlotte.
forget about the tag team titles about 2 months.
Speaking of that,
They better
women's
not
tag
main event Mania.
I think the fact that they're having women's tag team titles is another joke. Because here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's not enough tag teams to sustain this division, and there's not enough credibility inside the women's tag division itself right now to honestly think that the women's tag team titles are either going to be relevant or even survive for the next. I'm basically just going to say what I'm going to say, and then I'm done. I think that the WWE with the women's equality stuff, I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
If there's room saying that women are going to main event Mania, that better not happen.
Why not?
Adam,
I can see it. I can see them doing it.
A special type, maybe a guy, maybe a woman who was named the Man.
I was going to say, I'm going to stop you right there for only one reason, and it's because I legit think that Ronda and Becky deserve to main event WrestleMania. I don't think that's going to
Charlotte is going to be shoehorned in that match, but it's all good.
Yeah,
Or Charlotte.
I'm fine with that, to be honest with y'all. Triple threat.
Yeah.
As long as there's apparently rumors it's going to be an elimination match. I don't care as long as my girl's in the main event. And this is one thing that I don't mind if they make history with this, because it involves, people don't like it. The most, I guess, polarizing superstars. I mean, wrestlers. I hate the word superstar.
same.
In the WWE.
Yeah.
It involves Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte. Who else? Who else besides those three can carry the division in the
That is
WrestleMania?
true. That is
True.
true.
Truth.
Name somebody who could carry the division in the WrestleMania.
Bingo.
Those three are the reason that I am still watching this product right now. Those three and Daniel Bryan, what he's doing. It's good television. And there's a reason behind all this inequality stuff.
Once come on.
This equality stuff is bull. Is bull.
I have no problem with it
Let
at
the
all.
women wrestle. Not because of equality. Let them wrestle because they love to wrestle.
Yeah, now those freaking
Mood,
rumors.
Adam.
What you talking about? Wait, what did he say?
Let the women wrestle because they love to wrestle, not because of equality.
Thank you, Dix.
Bingo was his name.
Political statement.
We praise Adam for this.
Hang on.
What?
Hold up.
One at a time.
Okay. This equality crap has gone down to commode faster than you can say Quidditch. Seriously, this whole equality thing is nothing but politics. It's a way to keep those snowflakes happy.
Yeah, thank you.
Like Stephanie McMahon, damn well
Stephanie is the hardest pushing one, and also Bella's. Please stay the fuck away. Sorry,
the Bella's not staying
sorry,
away.
Mom. Hang on. First off, I'd like to apologize. I'm sorry. I just broke my one rule, but I'm going off on this. Bells are nothing but card. I know, but I promised my mom.
It's okay.
Mom attack it. Sorry. Just this. If you're gonna tell a story, tell a story. Don't just. The Bells are Kardashian trash.
They know they were meant to be wrestlers. They even say it.
Bruh. We're meant to be wrestlers. We're meant to be wrestlers.
No,
hell no. You guys are. The only thing you're great at is banging down people's bedroom doors.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's cool it down.
Let's reel it back in a tiny bit. If you want my take on the entire thing, I'm really just ignoring it. Because I actually, for real, I've been wanting a women's Royal Rumble. That was something I've been thinking of for years. A women's Royal Rumble. How could it be with the women? Elimination Chamber, when they did that, I was the
TLC match.
TLC was amazing. The Hell in a Cell,
Last man standing.
Yes. Too. But it's getting to the point where now this first time ever. Every time I mention first time ever, I always roll my eyes because I always.
I puke a little.
And no, ladies and gentlemen, we're not a political podcast whatsoever, but this has to be said. We are, I don't know about these guys, but I mean, this entire the quality stuff. I mean, it's really, really run its course. We don't care what y'all tie up in the comments. We see them anyways. But this equality stuff has really run its course, and it's getting to the point where it's really just overstaying its welcome. I'm fine with first time evers. I'm fine with first time, women's tag team titles. I'm all for that.
Stephanie
Women's main event
ruins
WrestleMania.
wrestling.
Say it
Stephanie,
again. And one more time. Say it again, Adam.
Stephanie ruins women's wrestling. Simple.
Stephanie ruined the women's wrestling. I kind of blame the Bella Twins for because hear me out. Hear me out.
Quality half of it.
Yeah, I know that, but hear me out. Before it all started with the women back then in WWE or the WWF were treated like like the eye candy, and that's when I started watching the company. And and I know people want to credit people in NXT. In my opinion, AJ Lee kind of made the women. AJ Lee Paige, because she was the quote unquote anti diva. Paige too. Stephanie wants to say she started this entire thing. We got way off topic of the Royal Rumble, but this has to be said. It's really good. Whoops. I mean, if anybody else wants to elaborate, I mean, that's really my stand. I have no problem with it.
I think
but all I'm saying is that there's a time for it. There's a time for it, but there's also a time for it to step back and just let the women do what they gotta do.
There's a time and place for it, and this is not the time nor the place.
I mean, Ryan. I mean, you want to say something, Celts, Christian?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna wrap this up, actually.
That's how
I got this. Let me reel it back. Let me reel it back in. Okay, since I'm the one who started it. We just wanted to get that out there, so I decided that this went on a little bit long, but in terms of it, back to the men's rumble. The men's rumble was good. Seth won. It happened. I'm mad about Drew's elimination. I'm still mad that Baron eliminated Alistair. But other than that, the Rumble was good. But the one nitpick I have to have is I don't think the men's Rumble should have main evented.
Nah,
I think it should.
It really should.
Yeah, I legit think the women's Rumble should have main evented the show. Because to be totally honest, you could have easily flipped the men's and women's Rumbles with their places on the card. And I don't think a single soul would have complained about it.
Yeah, of course not. Might have made the WWE title match more enjoyable.
The WWE title match should have kicked off the show, in my opinion. But Becky kicking off the show was fun. But
anyway, folks, that was our review on NXT TakeOver Phoenix and the Royal Rumble, and some
equality and all.
And equality as well.
Yeah, and then all that stuff. Type down in the comments below.
What I will say,
we'll probably laugh at them.
What I will say
in the comments, people.
Exactly. Well, we will give praise. We will give praise to WWE because they had a successful weekend of events to kick off the year.
Heck yeah!
Coming up, Losers Lounge will be returning in 2 weeks from now when we were going to be predicting the Elimination Chamber. This time, we will not be having any guests. Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna wait until WrestleMania season to bring. We're gonna wait till WrestleMania season to bring in guests because we're gonna go back to the lounge. Go back to the lounge talking amongst each other. But it's always fun to have the guests.
We love our guests.
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoy it.
I love our guests.
All right.
Have fun being on.
Yeah. Before I go, I'll just ask this. Let's see. I'll ask the new guest here. Andrew, first off, what'd you think about being on your first podcast?
It was the first time I've ever done something like this, and I'm just grateful to be part of it.
That's really good. Adam.
I had fun. I'm happy I'm finally on, and I really hope to be back. I love the opinion out there, expressing it with the other ones who love wrestling as much as I do. And I'm just happy to be able to talk with people and post it to the internet and get everyone's opinions. So we got love about the community. And
it's also fun to make the rate. And it's also fun to
Yep. Let's see. Amanda, how does it feel to be back for your second in a row?
I'm so incredibly blessed. Thank you guys so much, and I really had a fun time. And I I would happily do it again anytime, and
Yeah.
and it's so much fun. And y'all, and just thank you guys.
Yeah, no
And
problem.
Welcome.
And finally, Steven.
and I
your
will
second
see
in a row.
y'all.
As far as I am concerned, I absolutely adored being back for a second time. I mean, still just the fact that you guys even invited me to be on this thing.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Just the fact that you guys invited me completely blows me away. So the fact that I was here not once but twice is awesome. It is absolutely fun getting to talk wrestling with you
It's fun to
guys.
pick the brains too. So.
And honestly, the fact that I finally got to unleash that volcano I've been holding in for 4 days is awesome. So now I'm happy. I'm glad I got to spend time with you guys, and this has been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we always have a lot of fun with this, and now I don't have to ask the lounge what they think about this because we've been doing this for over 25 episodes.
Yeah.
As the record now stands, Christian Maracle, am now 22-4 at appearances. I think I'll do this at the end of each podcast. Heel Balor has extended his streak to now 25-1.
All right.
25-1. He's been on all but one episode. Connor is BC and Rollins. We never mentioned him at the very start, but we are over here at the very end. He's still spending time with family following the passing, and we really
Love you, fam.
Yeah.
Love you, dude.
We love you. Connor.
Yeah.
Let's see. His record sadly is at 4-22, but at this point he doesn't care about records. It doesn't matter. None of us do anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Reister Ryan
I'm
24-2.
going on here to entertain the masses.
We honestly believe that Ryan was going to be. Honestly, thought that Reister Ryan was not going to make it to this one because he originally was not scheduled, but we moved the podcast recording to this day because of my Wi-Fi stuff. And Kelsey,
It's kind of a blessing.
hey Kelsey, I want to give you a congrats.
For what?
This is your 20th appearance on the podcast.
Hey!
20 straight, well, not 20 straight episodes, but 20 episodes.
Heck yeah.
Yep, that's really good. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you guys for joining us on this over 3-hour podcast.
We said we weren't going to make it
Ooh,
that
man.
long.
Yeah, well, at least it wasn't 4.
I know, right?
Well, we had a lot of guests and we had a lot to talk about.
She thinks it wasn't 4.
And unlike last time, we didn't have the guests. Yeah, we didn't have people leave in between certain times this time. Everybody was here from the start to the finish. All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks for the
Christian,
prediction. Wait, what?
Christian.
Yeah.
Can I say something real fast?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to say so much. I did post quite a bit of pictures on Twitter, and I just want to say thank you if y'all saw them. Thank y'all so much, and thanks for all the support. I'll have my vlogs and stuff coming. I got the Rumble one up, and Raw and SmackDown Live are coming in the next couple days, so if you want to check those out, be sure to check over to my channel and watch them out. But thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, go subscribe to the Double R Restaurant. Go subscribe to the Heelist of Ballers. Go subscribe to oh, wait.
Yeah, go subscribe to her non-existing YouTube. So
go follow Kelsey at Twitter at Flair Section. Go follow Amanda,
which is weird.
Amanda at Amanda May at Twitter. And can't forget about, following Andrew and following Steven as well. And of course, can't forget, go follow Adam's Wrestling Show at his channel called Be an Adam. Yep. Go follow him on Twitter and Instagram as well, and same for the rest of us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks for the predictions to WWE Elimination Chamber on Losers Lounge Podcast number 27.